certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter. Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
93% of Pennsylvanians killed in a car crash while unbelted could have survived if they just buckled up. One simple click, a second of your time. It's the difference between making it home to your loved ones or not making it home at all. Whether you're a driver or a passenger, make the life-changing choice to wear a seatbelt every drive, every time. It's not just the law, it's common sense. Buckle up, PA. Learn more at penndot.pa.gov/safety.
Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars. You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America, on Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 1230 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Wrapping up the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs pregame show, Sam Jones here with you from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth on a pretty nice Tuesday here at the end of April. Iron Pigs coming in at 11-10 on the season, trying to bounce back from their second straight series loss. They begin the season with back-to-back series wins, and now back-to-back series losses, dropping 4 out of 6 to St. Paul last week as they made their first ever trip up to Minnesota. Had a chance for the series split on Sunday, rallied all the way back to tie it at 8 in the 8th, but St. Paul pulled away again with 4 in the bottom of the 8th to take that ball game 12-8. So the Pigs, 11-10 on the season, welcome in the Durham Bulls, who are actually the last series victory for the Iron Pigs. Pigs took 4 of 6 in Durham a couple weeks back. The Bulls have been playing better baseball since then. A couple of series splits in a row. They've won 6 out of their past 10, but they are still 8-13 on the season after a 2-9 start, 6 games back in the IL, while the Iron Pigs 3 games back. Your starting pitching matchup tonight is Gene Cabrera against Marcus Johnson for Durham. Let's get the rest of the starting lineups now, brought to you by PSECU. PSECU remembers Chief Moore for the Durham Bulls and their manager, Morgan Ensberg. Jacob Milton leads things off. He's in center field. Batting second is Carson Williams. He's the shortstop. Batting third, Reynel Delgado. Over at third base, the catcher, Dom Keegan, follows him. Justin Henry Malloy, the DH, bats fifth. Homer Bush Jr. activated off the IL earlier today. He's in left field. Blake Sable, the first baseman, hits seventh. Cooper Bowman, second baseman, hits 8th, and Brock Jones in right field bats 9th, with Marcus Johnson getting the ball. Johnson, no record, and a 3.86 ERA this season. Flip side of the card for the Iron Pigs, it's Sergio Alcantara. Switch hitter will lead off, play second. Stuart Baroa follows him in center. Otto Kemp makes his Iron Pig season debut after being optioned over the weekend from the Phillies. Bats third. He's in left field. Batting fourth, Brian Daly Cruz in right field. Garrett Stubbs catches here tonight, batting fifth. Christian Cairo, the shortstop, is in sixth spot. Leover Peguero, DH is bat seventh. Hey, Carter Keyboom at third base. And Caleb Ricketts rounds it out, playing first, with Gene Cabrera on the mound for the Iron Pigs. Cabrera 0-1 with an 8.03 ERA. Got roughed up last week in St. Paul as he took his first loss of the season. Will be looking to bounce back as he faces Durham for the second time this season. Made the start against them about 3 weeks back down in North Carolina. They were able to hit him around a little bit. So Cabrera has just emerged from the dugout and let the Pigs out onto the field, which means it's time for our national anthem. National anthem brought to you by Allied Personnel Services. Ready to step up to the plate with your job search? Hit a home run with the best jobs, best companies, and best pay in the Valley when you team up with Allied Personnel Services, the Lehigh Valley's hiring experts for over 40 years. Visit AlliedPS.com today to see all of the great jobs available. We'll go ahead, take one final break. When we come back, it'll be time for first pitch. Iron Pigs and Durham Bulls. Game 1 of 6 here this week. It's coming up next here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Your home for Iron Pigs baseball is WEEX Easton, WODE HD2 Easton, and W234AX Allentown, a Cumulus media station. You're listening to Iron Pigs baseball on the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
And Fergus swings. It's a high drive deep center. Brennan going back to the track at the wall. Kane Fergus. He wins it. It's Fergalicious.
Iron Pigs Baseball is brought to you by Air Products, Bebron, Capital Blue Cross, Coca-Cola, Cyan Sky Copiers.
Castro swings it on. Deep down the line. It's gone. Back-to-back homers for the Iron Pigs.
Eastern Lift Truck Company, Good Shepherd Rehabilitation, Hilton Garden Inn, and Staybridge Suites.
So one pitch, Riconin swings and blasts it. Deep right center. He's staring. He's watching. It's gone. A 3-run no-doubter for Gabe Riconin.
Here are the pack. Lehigh Valley Health Network, NJM Insurance, Richmore Florists.
3-2. Sanger swings, drives in the air towards left. It's falling fast. Reyes hustling in into a slide. Did he pick it? He did. Slide catch. Felix Reyes. Spinner. Horse big boy.
Riverview Country Club, Robertson Insurance, Service Electric, St. Luke's Health Network, TD Bank, Morning Call, and WFMZ 69 News.
The 3-2 pitch. Anthony swings. It's a line drive deep right. Dylan goes back to the track. It's over now. Coming to score line, take one. Wilson behind him. And Keenan Anthony Wilson.
Now, let's go live to the Cyan Sky broadcast booth with the voice of the Iron Pigs, Sam Jelnick.
On a mildly chilly night in Allentown, Pennsylvania, we're at Coca-Cola Park, where it is time for Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs baseball. Hi, everybody. Sam Jelnick with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth as the Iron Pigs and the Durham Bulls open up a 6-game set here on Tuesday night. Iron Pigs coming off of a series loss up in St. Paul, Minnesota, dropping 4 of 6 to the Saints, their second consecutive series loss, while the Durham Bulls come in 2 series splits in a row, but they have won 6 out of 10, while the Iron Pigs have dropped 8 of 12. Pigs will have Gene Cabrera on the mound for yet another Tuesday start. This will be his 4th consecutive Tuesday start. He made his first of the season, March 31st in Durham, where he went 4 2/3 innings, allowed just 1 run, what is still his best start of the season to date. So he will try to replicate that success here against the Bulls, a lineup that features a lot of the same guys who saw him back at the end of March. So it's Mean Gene, the pitching machine, on the mound for the Pigs. This is how the defense will line up behind him. It's Otto Kemp in left, Stuart Baroa in center, Brian De La Cruz in right, Carter Keyboom at third base, Christian Cairo at shortstop, Sergio Alcantara at second, Caleb Ricketts at first, and Garrett Stubbs does the catching. Jacob Melton will lead it off for Durham here on a crisp, cool Tuesday evening. It's 55 degrees as we approach first pitch. Got some cloud cover overhead. Lights already turning on. But Gene, as always, despite the weather, no long sleeves out the mound. He's into his wind. The righty's first pitch of the game. It's a fastball up and away, and we are underway just a couple minutes late. 6:37, first pitch here from Allentown. Melton open stance from the left side, hitting 207 on the year, rips the 1-0 on the ground to second, diving to his left, Alcantara has it on the outfield grass, throws from Anita first, and gets Melton. What a start to this game, a superb defensive web gem from Sergio Alcantara at second base. Was already playing Melton to pull, he hit that baseball in the screws, that was 109 off the bat. But Alcantara robs him of a base hit here to begin the game. So probably not what Gene was looking for to get the first out, but it's the first out nonetheless. Cabrera 0-1 with an 8.03 ERA this season. Pitches home to Carson Williams. First pitch sinker is inside, ball 1. Williams is one of the guys who did not see Cabrera back at the end of March. Williams was still with the big league team at that time as he broke camp with the Rays. 1-0. Williams swings, fouls it off his foot. 1-1. Broke camp with the Rays as their starting shortstop with Taylor Walls on the IL for Tampa Bay to begin the year. Walls eventually got healthy. Williams ended up getting options. So Gene on the season making his 4th start. He's 0-1 at 8.03 ERA. 12 1/3 innings coming in. 1-1. Sweeper is fouled to the backstop. 1-2. 12 1/3 innings, 12 strikeouts, and 5 walks, has given up 16 hits. It hasn't been so much of a command issue for Gene as it is getting enough swing and miss and finishing at bats. 1-2. Sweeper off the outside corner, 2-2. He's started off games exceptionally strong as he hasn't allowed a base runner really in the first 2 innings yet. but the third, fourth, and fifth have posed some problems. 2-2, down and away, changeup misses. Combination of running out of steam, pitch count getting up there, and just getting hit hard second, third times through the order. Last week in St. Paul was certainly a case of that. The payoff, Williams takes, down and away, won't chase the changeup. It's 1 out walk here in the top of the first. Brings up Reynald Delgado. Delgado hitting .216, no homers. He's driven in 9. Cabrera worked 2 scoreless innings in St. Paul last week to start. He allowed a run in the third after a leadoff double, so just 1 run allowed through 3. Fourth inning, though, gave up 4 runs in the frame. Stretches delivers. First one is outside to Delgado. Ball 1. 4 runs in the fourth on some pretty weak contact. A walk and hit by pitch started the inning. Couple bloop singles. A runner was thrown out of the plate. Error that ended the frame ended up allowing a run as well. 1-0 changeup just slices the outside corner, but we're going to get an early challenge. As a little bit of feedback, I guess, off of Alex Shears' mic. Challenge comes through, though, for Delgado, and as we wait for the result of it, upon review, the pitch was outside. And that's got to be a little bit of a thorn in Gene Cabrera's side for that pitch missing there by about 2 inches. Obviously, I just walked Williams, couldn't get him to chase. Delgado a good eye. Challenges the pitch, gets himself into a hitter's count. 2-0. Stretch the pitch. 2-0 is fouled to the backstop. 2-1. Despite giving up the 4 runs in the fourth inning last week, Gene did come back out for the fifth. Ended up loading the bases with 1 out. Lou Trevino came on, though, and struck out the next 2 hitters to leave them loaded. Open stance from the left side for Delgado. Cabrera checks on Williams, throws over, he's back. Williams with good speed over at first, 3 for 3, stealing bases this season. Two-1. Delgado a ground ball the other way, and that's straight into left for a base hit. Cairo, the shortstop, playing way up the middle. Would have been a standard 6-4-3 double play, but with the shift on. Delgado aboard. Williams trots up to second. Not a bad pitch by Cabrera. Got some relatively weakish contact off of that, but wide open hole on the left side. Delgado just taking what's given to him. 2 on, 1 out. Early jam here for Gene and the IronPigs. Dom Keegan, catcher for the Bulls, comes up next. Runner stands from first and second. They're running. Keegan takes up and in. The throw to third on the money. Oh, he got around the tag. Louis Krupa says Keyboom didn't get the tag on him. The throw had him by a step and a half. I guess Williams swam around the tag. It's his 4th stolen base of the season. Delgado takes second on the back end as well. Perfect throw by Stubbs. And looking at it, did he really skirt the tag? I'm not sure he did. Keyboom, man, it looks like he got him. 1-0 is down and away. Ball 2. So double steal, plus the fact that Cabrera now down the count on Keegan 2-0. The middle infield will play back. The corners are in. 2-0 on Keegan, right-handed hitter, the pitch. Change up downstairs. Ball 3. And potential of the bang-bang play at third aside. If Cabrera walks Keegan anyways, it's going to be bases loaded, and the double steal becomes a bit of a moot point. 3-0 coming. Sinker inside. Ball 4. Ground out begins the game. Walk, single, walk, loads the bases now with 1 out for Justin Henry Malloy, who, when the IronPigs saw him last in Durham, just the second week of the season, he had gotten off to an abysmal start. I think it was 0 for his first 28. He's now 9 for 60, which means he's playing far better of late. Basically 9 for his next 30. Right-handed hitter. Takes a look. First pitch sinker, 94. On the outside corner, 0-1. It's a 5-pitch mix for Gene. Changeup, sinker, sweeper, slider, and four-seam fastball. It'll mostly be that sinker, changeup, and sweeper. 0-1. Malloy takes a heater in on the hands. 1-1. Middle infield back, corners, couple of steps in. Pigs will look to turn 2 to end the inning. Bulls threatening. Bases loaded, 1 out in the first. The pitch. Sweeper upstairs. Ball 2. What had been a little bit of cloud cover above, the sun's now peeking through it. Home plate and the mound are in shadows, but middle infield and the outfield now in sunshine. 2-1. Malloy takes in under the arms again, lifts them out of the way. And it's another 3-ball count. 3 of the first 5 hitters Cabrera has faced have now had 3-ball counts. 20th pitch of the inning coming up, or 21st, the pitch. Malloy, big swing, fouls it back. 21 pitches and only 7 of them strikes. Full count on Malloy, now hitting a .150, 4 homers. He's driven in 8. Does have a good walk to strikeout ratio, 15 walks, 17 punchouts. Waves the arms away from himself. 3-2. Rolled over on the ground to the backstop. Count stays full. Outfield straight away. Deep all the way around from Malloy. Originally a 6th round pick of the Braves, traded to the Tigers, and then ultimately DFA'd and picked up by Tampa Bay. Another payoff pitch from Cabrera. Malloy takes. It's way outside. Sweeper, not close. Ball 4. 3rd walk of the inning, forces in a run. Here in the top of the first. Bulls on the board first. Last week for the IronPigs, pitching was really the name of the game, or the lack thereof. Phil Kandari, the Pigs pitching coach, will make a very early visit out to the mound here. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody in the IronPigs bullpen starts to get loose. Starting pitching struggled a lot last week for the IronPigs. They did not have a starter work more than 5 innings. Now it's Alan Ronhell on Thursday, and of course Ronhell now not even with the Pigs. He's been recalled by the Phillies. Add to that, Connor Gillespie getting put on the injured list prior to today's game means that the Pigs are down 2 starters. They will move everybody up. Have Ryan Cusick go Friday, Tucker Davidson Saturday, and then Cabrera will loop back around and pitch again on Sunday. But if Cabrera doesn't figure it out quick, he's not going to be long for this game on Tuesday. Bases loaded, 1 out. Mound visit over. Homer Bush Jr., the hitter. First pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Bush activated today by Durham, playing his first game of the season. Originally a 4th round pick by the Padres, 2023. Like the Padres do with basically everybody they draft, they traded him. 0-1, swing and a miss. Just threw a fastball by him. 0-2. Bush asking Alex Shears for time here. I think might have also asked if that pitch was up. Looked like it did just get the top of the zone. 0-2 on Bush. Corners, couple steps in, middle infield back, the 0-2. Fastball way high. 1-2. Bush picked out of Grand Canyon University. Produced some good ball players of late. Guys like Bush, Jacob Wilson, A's shortstop. 1-0 Bulls in the first. The 1-2. Bush hits it high in the air down the right field line, slicing towards the corner. It's going to get into the seats. 1-2. Bush played all of last year with AA Montgomery, hit .301. No homers, 45 RBIs. Guy with a lot of speed. He stole 57 bases. 1-2 again. Change up below the knees. Looked like he thought about it. Back-to-back years with 57 stolen bases for Bush. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded, the pitch. And Bush swings hard ground ball into the hole at short. Sliding stop Cairo. Throws a 3-hopper to second. It's late. Couldn't really get his footing after the slide and had to skip hop it over to short. Malloy beats the force out there. Delgado comes in to score, and Homer Bush Jr., now batting 1,000 on the season, drives in a run in his first plate appearance of the year. It's 2-0 Bulls in the top of the first. Bases remain loaded for Blake Sable. Hitting .217, 2 homers. He's driven in 7. The pitch. Up and away. Infield plays Sable to pull. Shortstop Cairo up the middle. Keyboom closer to the bag at third. Outfield deep. 1-0. Sable gets way under a sky-scraping pop-up on the infield. Infield fly roll will be called. Cairo settling under it behind the bag. Makes the catch. 2 outs. And it's a small thing, a very small thing, but with the way this inning has gone for Cabrera, obviously it's not great, not the start he's wanted. Still an out away from potentially limiting the damage to 2 here. Infield pop-up just behind second base. Cabrera comes sprinting behind the plate to back up home just in case the runner takes off. Not like, Keegan would have even if the ball dropped. But for a lot of pitchers being that frustrated in the first inning, they probably would have neglected their duties to back up the base. Small little things for a young pitcher. First pitch home to Cooper Bowman, up and in. Bowman, the 8th man to hit here in the first. Base is still loaded. Cabrera now at 32 pitches here in the first. Trying to grind his way through it. Outfield shades the other way. 1-0. Sweeper snares the top of the zone, inside corner. 1-1. Bowman is hitting just 176. No homers. 7 RBIs. Wind gently stroking the flag out to left. Cabrera set at the belt. Delivers on the outside corner. Changeup. Able to snare the edge. 1-2. Cabrera can limit the damage just 2 in the first. Would be a bit of a silver lining. Base is loaded. 2 outs. 1-2 on Bowman. Here it comes. And the sweeper punched in the air. Center field. Baroa backpedals a few steps. Now coming in a few more. Under it, makes the catch. And the inning over. So Cabrera does leave the bases loaded after the Bulls plate 2 here in the first. Go to the bottom of the first. It's Durham 2 and the Iron Pigs coming to bat. Here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top bedding brands starting at only $37 a month. And you can elevate your sleep for less. With Ashley Sleep Adjustable Base Sets, now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
The RV Value Mart Spring Open House is happening April 30th through May 2nd, and you don't want to miss it. We're giving away $10,000 in cash prizes, plus tons of other giveaways. Enjoy free food daily from 10 to 2, and on Saturday, we're bringing in the food trucks. Save up to 50% off MSRP on new units, and shop from over 800 new and used RVs, with many used models priced below wholesale. All customers should head to our back location just north of Bethlehem on Route 512. Don't miss it. RV Value Mart Spring Open House, April 30th to May 2nd.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Go to the bottom of the first. It's Durham Bulls 2 and the Iron Pigs coming to bat against Marcus Johnson on the mound. For Durham, Johnson will have Alcantara, Baroa, and Otto Kemp to up for the Pigs here in the last first. 2-run lead for him to protect. Johnson making his second appearance of the year, or third start of the year, I should say, for Durham. So far, 9 in the third innings, 4 runs, 12 hits, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts. So he's been able to dance around a good amount of traffic on the bases so far this year. 6'6", 200-pound righty. 4th-round pick originally of the Marlins 2022, and then traded not too long after to the Rays as Tampa Bay jettisoned Xavier Edwards, now one of the starting infielders for Miami. First pitch home to Sergio Alcantara. It's a slider down and in. Paul 1 Alcantara coming off of a great series in St. Paul. Multi-homer game on Sunday, 1-0. Down and in with the cutter, ball 2. His first homers of the season ended up tying the game for the Iron Pigs in that raucous 4-run 8th inning. Johnson tall righty, turns from the first base side, pitch home, cutter on the inside corner. 2-1, it'll be predominantly cutter for Johnson. Tall, slender righty on the hill. Alcantara switch hitter batting left, the 2-1. Cutter down and in. Ball 3, and Johnson does a pretty good job hiding the baseball. It's a very short arm action, and he brings the ball up towards his right ear. Kind of hides it pretty well. 2-1, or 3-1 rather, down and away. It's ball 4, and the Iron Pigs get a leadoff base runner Here to begin the bottom of the first, Sergio Alcantara, in just his 17th game, has now walked 20 times. Top 3 figure in the International League. So Alcantara aboard at first. Brings up Stuart Baroa. Baroa, his first full week as a Pig in St. Paul last week, pretty good one. Homered a couple of times. He's hitting .333. Switch hitter batting left. First pitch on the outside corner. 0-1. Third baseman Delgado plays in on the grass. The rest of the infield swung around to the pull side. Alcantara leads at first. Johnson set at the belt. Short leg action. 0-1. Curveball down and in. Defensively for the Bulls, it's Homer Bush Jr. in left, Jacob Melton in center, Brock Jones in right, Reynel Delgado's at third, Carson Williams the shortstop, Cooper Bowman at second, Blake Sable at first, and Dom Keegan catches. Johnson's 1-1. Baroa, good rip, fouls it back up and over the screen into the suites. 1-2. AC gives the signs over at third, down too early. Probably not the spot the Pigs would be running in. Pigs didn't run a whole lot last week in St. Paul, and on the season, they have been middle of the pack in the IL as far as stealing bases. 28 on the season, that's tied 8th. Johnson's 1-2. Baroa, line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball inside the chalk. It'll go all the way into the corner. Alcantara sprinting for third. AC gives him the wave around. Relay to Bowman's going to go to third. It's airmailed and off the sidewall. Baroa in with a headlong dive. It's an RBI triple. And the Iron Pigs answer right back on the board. 2 batters into the bottom of the first. Bulls 2, Pigs 1. Stuart Baroa showing off the wheels, hooking it into the corner. Just fair down the line. And Johnson on the mound has shown no qualms about trying to pitch inside on guys. And Baroa doing a good job there turning on it. So man at third, nobody out. Infield in for the Bulls. And the first pitch fastball to Otto is right down the middle. 0-1 Kemp options down to Lehigh Valley last weekend with Felix Reyes getting his contract selected and called up. 0-1. Otto swings and misses. Fastball snuck by him, 0-2. Tough start to the year for Otto. Not a lot of playing time to go around. And, of course, the Phillies as a team, a lot of woes against left-handed pitching. Kemp slated to be the right-handed platoon bat off the bench in left field with Grant and Marsh. 0-2. Fastball off the plate. 1-2. Otto 2 for 20. To begin the year with the Phillies. That was through 10 games. A lot of that came in starts against left-handed pitching or in mop-up duty when some games got out of hand, got some late APs, pinch hit duties. 1-2. Otto pops it up, shallow right, coming in. Jones settles under it, makes the catch. Baroa tags from third, he's off. The throw to the plate from Jones. Oh, he lost on the transfer. Couldn't get a throw off, and Baroa scores without a play. Nice break for the Pigs there. I'm certain Baroa would have scored anyways, but Jones didn't really give himself a chance. Fumbled it on the throw. As man, he got behind it and just dropped it. Otto gets the job done, though. Sack fly RBI, and we're right back where we started, all tied up. 2 apiece here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Brian De La Cruz. Base is empty, 1 out. Johnson, first base side, back to the windup, to the plate. Breaking ball loops in for a strike. 0-1. De La Cruz, another guy, successful week in St. Paul. The Pigs as a team had a great week. 0-1. Fastball blazes over the outer half. 0-2. Obviously, they dropped 4 out of 6, but the offense ended up with 75 hits, which is a franchise record for a 6-game series. 0-2. Downstairs, 1-2. De La Cruz now hitting a .244, 4 homers, driven in 16. Open stance from the right side. Long red sleeves, red batting gloves. The 1-2 pitch, down and away. 2-2. So both teams 2 runs in the first. The Bulls take the scenic route, 8 hitters to get there. Iron Pigs score twice in their first 3 hitters. Johnson's break even.
Hopes and dreams rest on the outcome, but it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Here for all the moments that matter. The name trusted for over 80 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Why does it always say paper jam when there's no paper jam?
Hi there.
Who are you and why are you in our office space?
I'm Sock, your friendly copier helper guy. There you go. You're all set.
Whoa, Cy, that was awesome.
Thanks. Better service is on the horizon with Science Guy copiers. Science Guy service. They hit it out of the park. If you need help with your office copiers and printers, call Science Guy today. Find them at scienceguycopiers.com.
Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Angela Lee. I work in human resources care products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MBA.
Air Products. Working here, living here, giving. Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm Nick Mitica. I work in hydrogen energy systems at Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community bike work. Air Products. Working here, living here, giving. You're listening to the IronPigs Radio Network.
Top of the second, all square at 2 after an inning of play. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Science Sky broadcast booth. IronPigs and Bulls. Gene Cabrera back to work for the Pigs, trying to bounce back from a 2-run first. Saw him throw 35 pitches, but managed to leave the bases loaded, limited the damage. IronPigs answer right back. That's all that matters. Scoreline even, and Cabrera can act like it's now 0-0 again. He's got 9-1 and 2 due up. Brock Jones will lead off here for Durham. Right fielder, hitting from the left side, looks at the first pitch, slider on the outside corner, 0-1. Jones, somebody that the Pigs did not see their first go-around in Durham at the start of the year. 4 for his first 19 with the Bulls, takes down the dirt, 1-1. Second-round pick of the Rays in 2022 out of Stanford. Taps the plate both sides, two-tone bat, black barrel, natural grain handle, 2-1. Change-up, freezes him. Heart of the plate. 1-2. Jones only has 4 hits in the season, but 2 of those 4 have been solo homers. Infield swings around to the right side for a hit. Keyboom well off the line at third base. Outfield deep. 1-2. Rolled over on the ground to the right side. Down to a knee. Alcantara gloves. Throws to first. In time to get Jones. 4-3 on the putout. 1 away here to begin the second. Now Cabrera, native of Maracay, Venezuela, facing the Durham Bulls here for a second go-around, and I call it serendipitous, I guess, that Cabrera is facing the Bulls yet again. Because oddly enough, Maracay, Venezuela, or Maracay, trying to pronounce it as best I can, first pitch, change-ups outside, Jacob Melton, ball 1. He was robbed of a base hit his first time up on a hard ground out to second base. Anyways, Maracay is actually somewhat of a big bullfighting scene. Ball 2, down and in. Fastball missed to Melton. When Maracay experienced rapid growth under dictator Juan Vicente Gomez, this was in the early 1900s, 2-0. Just off the outside corner with a slider, ball 3. He made Maracay his residence during his rule for about a 30-year span, ordered the construction of an Arc of Triumph, 3-0, fastball nips the inside corner, 3-1, and a bull plaza, which was a near replica of the one in Seville, Spain. Of course, bullfighting originating in Spain, big pastime there, 3-1, sinker below the knees. Ball 4, and Cabrera walks Melton. Fourth free pass he's already given up today. That's a season high by a mile. Career high for Gene, by the way, walks-wise, is 5, having most recently done that a year ago with Reading against Harrisburg. So he builds a big bull plaza. Modeled on the one in Seville, turns into a big tourist attraction. First pitch sinker down and into Carson Williams, who walked his first time up, came around to score the first run of the game. And that bullfighting arena has the only bullfighting school in the country. Williams open stance from the right side. Runner goes, pitches up high, stubs through to second on a short hop, is late. Not a bad throw by Garrett. Good pick by Alcantara to get the tag down, but Cabrera just a little bit too slow to the plate. Scouting report must have had they can run on Cabrera a little bit, already the 3rd stolen base of the game off of him. Melton, that's already his 15th of the season. 2-0 though on Williams. Tied to 2. Top of the second. 1 out. Cabrera's 2-0 delivery. Fires a sinker on the outer half. 2-1. The only bullfighting school in the country of Venezuela called Mestranza Cesar Giron. 2-1. Williams, a hard ground ball off the mound, up the middle, and by a diving Cairo into center for a base hit. Around third, coming to score Melton. And the Bulls take the lead right back. RBI single. 3-2 Durham here in the top of the second inning.
Now back to today's best of the game. Third baseman, number 2, Raynel Delgado.
So Cabrera trying to be his best matador here, but the Bulls coming hard charging right through him. 3 runs here, inning and a third of work. Runner at first, 1 out. Raynel Delgado, left-handed batter. Cabrera slings it home, and Delgado slices it the other way. Kemp a couple of steps back, waits for it to curl back to him, makes the catch. 2 outs. It doesn't seem like Cabrera pitching in any way scared on the mound, trying to nibble or anything. It just seems like his control not dialed in today. First couple of starts, he's very heavy on attacking hitters. Will not try to pitch around guys too much. Is willing to be aggressive. Tom Keegan's next. Walked his first time up. Williams dancing off first, and they picked him off. Cabrera, quick feet, picks off Williams to end the second. Tried to get a little bit of a jump on Gene, and Cabrera, keeping his eye on him, picks him off to end the inning. Bulls, though, do take the lead on Williams' base hit, and we go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-2 Durham here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillips Road Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top bedding brands starting at only $37 a month, and you can elevate your sleep for less. With Ashley Sleep Adjustable Base Sets, now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
Okay, guys, it's the time of year when you all wish you were the general manager of your favorite team. We'll see how many of you think like those GMs with our 2026 draft contest.
Go to lvfoxsports.com/draft. Simply predict who will be taken with the first 10 picks of the draft. We don't care who's picking. Just tell us who you picked and one word. Most correct wins $50 in gift certificates. Luca and Sons, Melting Pot, and TGI Fridays and Easter. If there's a tie, a random drawing will determine the winner. Don't know who the top picks are? Listen to the Happy Hour weeknights at 4 for great draft analysis. Go to lvfoxsports.com/draft. Predict the top 10 picks of the draft and win $50 in gift certificates to Luca and Sons, The Melting Pot, and TGI Fridays and Easter. Enter our 2026 draft contest. Go now to lvfoxsports.com/draft. That's lvfoxsports.com/draft.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 a.m., and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the second, Iron Pigs and Bulls here on Tuesday night. Bulls lead 3-2. Christian Cairo leads it off for the Pigs here in the second. First pitch is outside from Marcus Johnson. Ball 1, 6-7-8 for the Pigs. Bulls taking the lead back. RBI single. Carson Williams, 1-0. Cairo swings and misses, 1-1. Christian coming off of a phenomenal week in St. Paul. 13 for 26, 500 average, led the IL last week. 1-1. Snipes the outside black. Slider, 1-2. And Cairo, with 4 hit games on Saturday and Sunday, is just the second Iron Pig in franchise history with back-to-back 4-hit games. The first since 2009. Mike Cervenak did it. It's a blast from the past. And what's crazy about him doing it in 2009, 1-2. Cairo fouls it off his foot, falls down in a heap despite the shin guard. I'm sure that came off front of the foot where he's actually not protected at all. But that 2009 team Cervenak was on included Christian's father, Miguel. So I wonder if Christian, if he ever asks Miguel, if he remembers those games from Cervenak. Cairo taking an extra beat or two here. Home plate umpire Alex Shears giving him a moment. Umpires today, as always, brought to you by Gross McGinley, attorneys at law. Alex Shears, our home plate man. Darius Gotti at first. 1-2. Down the dirt. Tom O'Neill's at second and Louis Krupa over at third base. Focused on fair play, Gross McGinley has been providing trusted legal counsel to the greater Lehigh Valley for the past 50 years. Pitch home, and Cairo fights it off, stays alive here with 2 strikes. And while the numbers last week, gaudy for Cairo hitting 500, he had a number of at-bats that he had 10, 11, 12 pitches before finally singling. Right on right matchup, Johnson's 2-2 again, and Cairo a line shot straight away center, chasing Melton back, still going back, and he's able to flag it down. In front of the warning track, finally able to turn and square up to home plate to make the catch. 1 out. Seemed like he was playing pretty shallow and also towards right center. Had to go back to his right, and the ball looked like it was about to slice him. I don't think it was truly knuckling, but the wind held it up a little bit more, I think, than what Melton originally anticipated. 1 out, nobody on. Leo over Piguero takes the first pitch. Get me over slider. On the outer half, 0-1. Pulls by a run, bottom the second, strike 1. Piguero takes on the outside corner, 0-2. Piguero DHing today, hitting .235, no homers, driven in 13. 2-strike pitch. Slider down and away, spits on it. Piguero, a mostly quiet week in St. Paul. He was 4 for 20, but 3 of the 4 hits doubles. 1-2, sinker downstairs, 2-2. 3-2 Durham, bottom of the second. Very much same feel as games the Pigs played last week. Pitch home, curveball wraps around the inside corner, just missing. 3-2. Full count on Piguero from 0-2 to 3-2. Hasn't even moved the bat in the box yet. Payoff pitch. Just got a piece of it. Fouls to the backstop. Count remains full. Three-two again. Swing and a miss. Got him chase the slider. That was mostly breaking balls, that AB from Johnson to Piguero. ends up with his first strikeout of the game. 2 gone in the second. Brings up Carter Keyboom. Keyboom, another one of those guys who had a phenomenal week in St. Paul. He hit .478 last week, 11 for 23. Right-handed hitter. First pitch, takes a look at a fastball, the outer half. Had 3 doubles, drove in a pair of runs. Now hitting .313 on the season. Right-handed hitter, the hands held low, 0-1, a jam shot, shallow right. Bowman backpedaling, and he's going to make the catch. Second baseman able to get back to the spot. Puts it away, and the inning over. So Marcus Johnson bounces back with a 1-2-3 second. Sends us to the third, 3-2 Durham. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
There's so much to love along this ride. That's why
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour. Stay for a couple hours. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Non-cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
And time for a scoreboard update brought to you by Ashley. Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago Cubs getting ready to go. 7:20 first pitch. Over for 7:40 first pitch between the Phillies and the Cubs. Short on the mound for Chicago. Jesus Luzardo will go for Philadelphia. In the International League, bottom of the 5th inning, Jacksonville and Gwinnett are scoreless. Bottom 4, Syracuse 2, Worcester nothing. Top of the 4th inning, Columbus 4, Buffalo 1. Indianapolis leads St. Paul 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of 3, Rochester, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre tied at 1. Norfolk leads Memphis 2-1 as the top of the 3rd. Delayed start due to rain between Toledo and Omaha. Rain in Toledo. 7:38 first pitch. Iowa will host Louisville, and earlier today, Nashville defeated Charlotte 5-1. As we enter into the top of the 3rd inning, Lehigh Valley trailing Durham 3-2. Here's Sam Johnson.
Thank you, Connor. Like you said, head to the top of the 3rd. Iron Pigs trailing Durham 3-2. Gene Cabrera, after earlier this season basically being infallible in the first 2 innings, giving up 3 runs in the first 2 frames here today, and hopefully he can flip the script a little bit here and close out his outing a little stronger. It's been a lot of pitches, a lot of base runners here in the first 2 innings, giving up 4 walks, 3 hits, right now at 49 pitches. Tom Keegan leads it off. He walked his first time up. Right-handed hitter, Cabrera the righty, lines and fires. First offering, sinker just in off the plate. Ball 1. Cabrera's spot in the Phillies organization will be coming under more of a microscope as the season wears on a little bit. 1-0 sinker, just off the outside corner. Cabrera's going to challenge that himself. Pretty certain that pitch makes it missed, but I think this is a mixture of frustration and just a little bit of anger from Cabrera about how this outing is going. And upon review, call on the field is confirmed. So the Pigs burn the challenge. Only 1 left the rest of the game here. Not just this season, but the past couple of years, it's been pretty much scientifically proven. 2-0. Keegan takes down the knees, 2-1, that pitchers are not good at challenging on the mound. The major league level, minor league level, it does not matter. They get more challenges wrong than right. 2-1, Keegan, a little dribbler to the backstop. 2-2. Some organizations have gone as far as to tell their pitchers, you can't challenge. Leave it to the catchers. Phillies are not one of them. 2-2. Up and away. 3-2. Anyways, Cabrera's spot in the organization, given the way that injuries have hit the Phillies pitching staff to begin the year, and obviously the starting pitching woes, payoff just below the knees, ball 4. Maybe that was a pitch that Stubbs would have thought about challenging. Nah, looking at StatCast, it was pretty definitively low. But seeing Alan Ronhell get recalled earlier today, I wouldn't be surprised if the Phillies use him to open for Taijuan Walker on Wednesday. And before the first pitch, home plate umpire Alex Shears pops out, reminds Cabrera, hey, gotta make eye contact. Justin Henry Malloy, the hitter, forced in the first run of the game with a bases loaded walk. Right-handed batter, Cabrera to the plate. First pitch is on the inside corner, 0-1. Both Rangel going up. That leaves Cabrera really as the only other starting pitcher on the 40-man roster who is not in the big leagues. 0-1. Malloy takes. Down low. What that essentially means is that should another injury happen, or the Phillies need a spot start for whatever reason, Cabrera would be the easiest option for them to bring somebody up. 1-1. Spins a sweeper on the outside corner, 1-2. Now, would he end up being the option? I have no idea. But being on the 40-man roster makes it an available option. Guy who hasn't made his Major League debut yet, and I'm sure the Phillies would feel a lot more comfortable. 1-2, just off the outside corner, 2-2. Should Cabrera have a little bit more success here at the AAA level before putting up against Major League lineups? That's why the other starting pitching depth here for the Pigs, 2-2. Breaking ball backs up inside. Another full count is so important as far as Connor Gillespie, Bryce Wilson, Tucker Davidson, Ryan Cusick. Full count on Malloy. Runner at first. 3-2. He's running. It's a called strike 3. Throw to second on a hop. And, oh, it's out of the glove of Alcantara. Tom O'Neill was getting ready to hose Keegan at second, but Alcantara couldn't hold on to the baseball. So instead of a strike him out, throw him out double play, it'll end up as a strikeout and a stolen base for Keegan. First punch out of the day for Cabrera here. Runner at second, 1 out. Homer Bush Jr., RBI infield single, his first time on. Man in scoring position, 1 out. Cabrera to the plate. Sinker drips a little bit below the knees. Ball 1. For Keegan, that's just his second stolen base of the season. 1-0. Bush takes on the outside corner. 1-1. Bush did get a couple games of rehab in with single-A Charleston before finally getting activated here for the Bulls earlier today. 1-1. Breaks his bat, soft liner, shallow center. Baroa coming on. He's going to have to play it on a couple of bounces. Keegan made sure it fell before advancing to third. He stops there, and Homer Bush Jr., 2 for 2 to begin his season. It probably either really inspires a hitter or depresses them seeing 1,000 in the batting average column up on the scoreboard, knowing that, well, it's only downhill from here. Or you think, I'm that good and I'll continue doing it. Homer Bush is apparently the latter. Throw over to first, and Bush just gets back. Remember, Cabrera picked off Carson Williams to end the second. First and third, 1 out, and expect Bush to be running here. Nearly 60 steals last year. Batters Blake Sable popped out to short his first time up. Cabrera trying a slide step. Airmails a change up, high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. 3-2 Durham, top of the third. Infield plays the lefty hitting Sable to pull. Bush, humongous lead at first. Ricketts holds him on. The 1-0. Bush is running. Pitches outside. Throw goes through to second. And Stubbs. Oh, didn't get him. Alcantara dropped it again. And again, Tom O'Neill indicates had Alcantara held it, he would have had him. So 2 caught stealings wiped off the board for Garrett Stubbs and Gene Cabrera here in the inning. That is brutal. Just tough luck. Stolen base for Bush, his first of the season, and now the infield comes in for the Pigs. Bulls runners second and third base. 2-0 coming. Backdoor sweeper eats the outside corner. 2-1. 2-1 on Sable. Hands held low. The pitch. Swings, breaks his back. Ground ball to second. Runner coming home. The throw from Alcantara's got him on a run down. Stubbs runs Keegan back to third. Flips to Keyboom. Keyboom to the plate. Flips to Cabrera. Applies the tag. They get the out. But everybody else advances for the Bulls as Keegan gets into a run down long enough. Allows Bush to get to third and Sable to trail him into second. So that rundown took a little bit longer than I think what the Pigs would have liked, but cutting out the run of the plate, certainly worth its weight in gold. Fielder's choice for Sable, and Cooper Boatman now the hitter. As counting off the top of my head, I think that's a 4-2-5-1 put out at the plate. Bowman flied out to center his first time up. Swings to the first pitch. It's a three-hopper back of third. Keyboom has it. Sets his feet low. Throw to first, but Ricketts bails him out. Good kick by Caleb on the back end. Ends the inning, and Cabrera, even with a little bit of trouble on the base paths, is able to post a 0 here in the third. Go to the bottom of the third. It's 3-2 Durham. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. Then stop betting and start at only $7 a month. And you can never save for less. Ashley's Sleep adjustable base sets now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in store or at Ashley.com.
Qualified. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert instant loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC, and an actual client. Terms apply.
Carly, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car. Never saved money. Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away. Albert can get up to $10,000? Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run. I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000. Use code SAVE to borrow up to $10,000. You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. Sports Radio 94.7 with Mitch Weldon. Stream at sports.com.
Bottom of the third, Iron Pigs still trailing Durham 3-2. 9-1-2 for the Pigs against Marcus Johnson. Caleb Ricketts leads it off. Some darker skies starting to roll overhead here as we approach 7:30 on the East Coast. First pitch breaking ball to Ricketts, down and away. Ball one. I did spy Iron Pigs groundskeeper Andy Gossel chatting with the umpires in between innings. 1-0. Ricketts' big wave at a changeup, swings and misses 1-1. And typically those conversations are not just exchanging pleasantries. They are, hey, there is a threat of rain at some point or another. 1-1. Backdoor curveball plants on the outside corner, 1-2. So that's just something to keep an eye on here. For what it's worth, my phone says no rain, but I'm guessing the grounds crew and umpires have better radar than I do. 1-2, curveball down and away, 2-2. Ricketts' first at bat of the day for him. He's hitting .209, one homer, stripping in 11. Left-handed hitter, infield plays him to pull. Johnson's pitch spikes a fastball, 3-2. Ricketts waves the bat out to Johnson. Johnson the turn, payoff coming. Ricketts a high drive deep to right. Going back on it, Jones, staring, watching. There it goes. Solo homer, Caleb Ricketts. His second of the season. Ties the game at 3 here in the last of the second. How about a little bit of punch from the 9 spot? What a sound off the bat. 109. Exit velo for Ricketts. 404 to straightaway right. Weighted back on a good curveball. Solo homer. We're all square at 3 here in the last of the third inning. Top of the order, Sergio Alcantara takes a look at a first pitch fastball. Down low, ball 1. And Alcantara, switch hitter, batting left, walked and scored his first time up. Takes a sinker down and in, 1-1. Third baseman Delgado playing in towards the grass. Rest of the infield swings around to the right side. Outfield is shallow. Johnson, long blue sleeves under his gray jersey. Winds and deals. 2-0, fastball outside. Checked swing, field third. He held up. Bulls wearing their classic Durham road jerseys. It is a gray jersey top, no buttons on it. 3-0 pitch. Fastball down and in, and Sergio Alcantara, I don't even know if he likes walking, but he gets walked. It's his 21st walk of the season. He's aboard with nobody out. Stuart Baroa coming up. For the Bulls, to me, it's the most iconic jersey in minor league baseball. For some reason, the road gray is more iconic to me than the home white. It's neither here nor there. But it's the gray jersey with the Durham D logo on the left chest, the bull jumping through the D. Pitch home, Baroa shows bunt, pops it up towards the backstop. That's over the netting and into the seats, 0-1. Gray pants for the road team, and to me, the piece de resistance of that jersey is the trim on the ends of the sleeves, the piping. Blue, the white, and then kind of dirt color, rust. 0-1. Baroa, no bunt, takes down and in. Iron Pigs in the home whites. White pants, red piping, white jersey. Iron Pigs in gray across the front. Baroa from the left side, switch hitter, tripled down the right field line his first time up. Throw over to first, Alcantara, belly flops back. Baroa, that was his first triple of the year. Actually, just the second triple of the season for the Pigs. Pedro Leon has the other. 1-1 on Baroa. Third baseman Delgado creeping way in. And the 1-1 cutter knifes the outside corner, 1-2. Leon actually just re-signed with the Phillies and was put back on the Iron Pigs earlier today. He was released last week to open a spot on the 40-man roster for Felix Reyes. Ultimately, with his hamstring injury, not a lot of other teams interested, returns to the Phillies on a minor league contract this time. 1-2. Baroa swats it in the air, straightaway center, chasing Melton back. Gets turned around in front of the warning track. Camps under it, makes the catch. Back to first, Alcantara. First out in the third inning recording. So happy to have Pedro back. There's no update to his timeline when he might be able to return. I'm guessing it'll be later rather than sooner at this rate. Speaking of injuries as well, it sounds like Aiden Miller will be swinging a bat, fingers crossed, later this week. Here's Otto Kemp. Sac fly RBI in his first at-bat for the Pigs this year. Swings the first pitch, fouls it off the mitt. Catcher Keegan, 0-1. It's very easy to forget the kind of numbers that Otto put up last year when he was with Lehigh Valley. Ended up being 74 games with the Pigs, 62 with the Phillies. 0-1. Sinker down and away. 1-1. He was a postseason IL All-Star. He hit .310, .987 OPS. Franchise record for hit by pitches for the season, 19, as well as in a game with 4. 1-1. Fastball right there. 1-2. And it's crazy looking back on it. When Otto was optioned back to the Iron Pigs late last year, and then he got recalled for the rest of September, he still played well for the Pigs, but he was playing through a lot. 1-2. Outside. 2-2. He could barely walk up the stairs. Had a broken kneecap and shoulder surgery after the 2025 season. Alcantara at first, tied at 3, bottom 3, the pitch. Kemp fights it off, grounded foul. I wonder if there is a little bit of an element for Otto of kind of playing with a new body, that he's able to go 100% again, compared to what he probably had to endure late last year and, find ways to do the things that he wanted to do. Take a while to readjust to that. 2-2. And Alcantara started and stopped at third as Kemp breaks his bat. Slow roller to third. Delgado to his left on the infield grass. Gloves throws to first. Gets Kemp. Alcantara up to second. 2 outs. Weird from Alcantara there. Don't know why he stopped. But he's in scoring position for Brian De La Cruz. De La Cruz last week in St. Paul. 9 for 27, 2 doubles, a homer. Go-ahead run at second, tied at 3. Bottom of the third. Pitch home from Johnson, and De La Cruz a drive deep left center field. Bush racing back towards the track, and it's going to one-hop off the fence. Coming in to score is Alcantara from second, and De La Cruz replaces him at second with an RBI double. Pigs with the lead for the first time tonight, 4-3 in the last of the third inning. First pitch swinging, De La Cruz got a pitch, good drive. Man, exit velo 112 on that. I don't know how that baseball stayed in the yard. There's not enough height on it. The Pigs will take gladly the go-ahead RBI double. Garrett Stubbs is up next. Stubbs grounded out back at first, his first time on. So the Pigs offense certainly travels well to St. Paul and back. De La Cruz at second, Johnson to the plate, Stubbs fouls it back. Garrett against the Saints, 5 for 16, double a homer, drove in a pair. Left-handed hitter, open stance, catcher sets up away, the 0-1. Stubbs grounds it foul over everybody's head. The Bulls dugout as they duck out of the way of that. 0-2. Oh, 2 on Garrett Stubbs. 4-3 Pigs. Johnson to the plate. Stubbs swings and misses. Couldn't wait back on a slow curveball. Johnson strikes him out to end the third, but the Pigs score twice, take the lead. Caleb Ricketts a solo shot. Ryan De La Cruz an RBI double. We go to the fourth. It's 4-3 Lehigh Valley here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
When you order the Papa Paris Spain, ever meet a one-topping pizza with one or more of your Papa Paris Spain for just $6.99? How about that service? Now on the app, only at Papa John's. Hi, IronPigs fans. I'm here to watch resources of their products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm quite grateful and
Hi, IronPigs fans. I work in energy systems at Air Products. I was a scientist and I'm proud to support the community by Air Products.
Top of the fourth, IronPigs lead for the first time, 4-3 over the Durham Bulls. Time for the Route 4th inning, brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. Brock Jones leads it off for Durham, as we have a delay here to begin the inning. Ball boy needs to, or hopefully umpire delivered something to the ball boy. I have no clue what that is. Stick? Somebody left some trash in the field? Whatever. Brock Jones, the 9-hole hitter, leads it off for Durham. Grounded out to second, his first time up. Gene Cabrera back to work. First pitch fastball. Up and away. Ball 1. Gene, his first 0 of the game, posted in the third inning. Now at 70 pitches. So this will probably be it for him. 1-0. Down and away. Change up misses. He's probably got 90 to 95 pitches to work with today, so it would have to be a quick fourth and maybe send him back out for the fifth. 2-0 on Jones. The kick, the pitch. Jones breaks his back, round ball by second and into right center for a base hit. Jones a hard turnaround first, but Burrow would do it quickly. Gets it into the cutoff man. Broken bat single for Brock Jones here to begin the fourth. Top of the order, and Jacob Melton 0 for 1 with a walk, stolen base. And we'll see if the Bulls continue to be aggressive on the bases. Jones 2 for 2 stealing bases this season. They have swiped 4 already today. Cabrera short leg kick, the pitch, Melton line drive right side, that's down for a hit and going towards the right field fence. De La Cruz gets to it quickly, over to third comes Jones, he's going to get shown the stop sign there, and into second goes Melton with double. Second and third, nobody out, and as soon as the Pigs take the lead, the Bulls threaten to at the very least tie the game here in the fourth. Hanging changeup that time from Cabrera. That's his best weapon against the left-handed hitter, but when it lags a little bit and hangs over the plate, it becomes very hittable. Middle infield back, corners in, with Carson Williams coming up. He's 1 for 1 today, a walk and an RBI single. First pitch sinker, runs in off the plate. Ball 1, and here towards the end of Cabrera's outing with the pitch count escalating, it gets hard to tell the difference between his fastball and the changeup. Blends together. 1-0. Fastball low through the legs of Stubbs. Runner breaking from third. Cabrera late to cover. The throw won't get him. Scoring standing is Jones. Melton over to third base. We're all tied up again. 4 apiece here in the fourth. There'll be a wild pitch. And even if Cabrera is there to cover in time, I don't think they get Jones. But obviously the optics of being a little late to cover, less than ideal. Runner at third, nobody out. Infield comes in this time, and Williams fouls it off his foot as he sends it about 50 feet skyward. I don't know how that didn't send him down crumpled in a ball of pain. Carson Iron Toe Williams. Or I guess Steel Toe would be better. I am shocked. There's got to be a player who was nicknamed at one point Steel Toe. 2-1. Sinker tickles the outside corner, 2-2. The old made-up name, Tungsten Arm O'Doyle, but Steel Toe Williams has got a ring to it. 2-2 on Williams. Infield in, the pitch. Called strike 3. Sinker shaves the outside corner. Nice time for a K for Gene Cabrera. 1 gone, fourth brings up Reynel Delgado. Delgado singled and scored in the first and then flied out to left in the second. Infield stays in here. Short lead for Melton at third base. Cabrera to the plate. Front hip sinker. This is just inside. 2 in the first for the Bulls, 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth. Pigs 2 in the first and the third inning. Daniel Harper starting to warm the Pigs bullpen. Cabrera stretches, offers, up and away. Ball 2. Harper was throwing as early as the first inning tonight. So he's already had to throw a lot of pitches out of the bullpen. 2-0 coming. Delgado, big swing, fouls it back. 2-1. Two and one. Delgado waves the bat out of Cabrera. Gene, no long sleeves in the field, delivers home. Delgado, a hard ground ball to short, runner coming home. Cairo throw to the plate, a touch high. They still got him. Stubbs goes up, applies the tag, and they nail Melton at the plate. And out comes Morgan Ensberg to argue. He is hot. Of course, the Bulls dugout on the first base side has a perfect view of that play. So Ensberg is certain that call was missed. And ooh, looking at the replay, I'm wondering if the home plate umpire thinks that maybe Melton's hand didn't get the plate and that Stubbs applying the tag on his toes on the way by is what caught the out, because Melton's hand didn't catch the corner of the plate. But as you can see from the Bulls dugout, an angle that they have of home plate, they're nearly certain that Melton got his hand in there. So for the second time today, the Pigs cut down a runner at the plate. Delgado safe at first in the fielder's choice. Batter Dom Keegan, the sinker, tags the outside corner 0-1. Cairo at short did a good job coming up with that baseball, but he double clutched it for just a moment. A little bit of trouble getting it out of his glove, which is what brought on the high throw. Throw over to first, back diving Delgado. But a great job by Garrett Stubbs going up, getting that throw. And that's hard as a catcher where you're essentially trying to time your jump and limit your jump to as low as possible where you can still get the baseball, but as soon as possible, quickly come down and apply the tag. Pitch is up high. Stubbs bluffs a snap throw over to first. Delgado started and stopped. The way Ensberg came out, I thought he was angling to try to get run. It calmed down pretty quick. 1-1 Keegan. Swings and lines it into right. It's a base hit. Up to second, Delgado takes a turn. He'll stop there. Retreat to the bag as De La Cruz gets it in. First and second, 2 outs. And that's going to be all for Gene Cabrera. AC let him have one more hitter after the fielder's choice, but Gene now at 85 pitches, which is a season high for him. It's going to be done. Gives up right now 4 runs on 7 hits, 4 walks, departs with 2 on, 2 out, and Daniel Harper coming in out of the bullpen. So we got our first pitching change of the day. Harper will try to keep this a tie game. Go ahead, take a break. Be back in 60 seconds here at the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Right now,
the Dan Patrick Show.
I did look at the odds for Rookie of the Year with Con Kniffel as the favorite over Cooper Flag. I think this is crazy. Now, we're going to factor in, well, Con Kniffel's playing on a playoff team. Yes, and they've been a wonderful surprise this year, but he's the third option on a playoff team. Now, he's overachieved. I love that he's overachieved, but he's not the best rookie in the game. Cooper Flag is 19 carrying a team. Now, they're not a good team, which makes it even more impressive that everybody in the building knows he's the one who's going to have the ball and try to score. Con Kniffel gets the benefit of being a third option. Wonderful shooter. But Cooper Flag should cruise to being Rookie of the Year, in my opinion.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Get into Dennis and you.
Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Still in the top of the 4th, Iron Pigs and Bulls tied at 4. Bulls tie the game on a wild pitch, but run thrown out of the plate, controversially at that. Keeps the game tied at 4 for now. Daniel Harper comes on to relieve Gene Cabrera as the Iron Pigs make a Bachman's Roofing, Solar, and Remodeling call to the bullpen here. Cabrera done after 3 2/3, gives up right now 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 85 pitches, just 42 strikes. Harper inherits the 2 runners, faces Justin Henry Malloy. Malloy hitting a .150, 4 homers, 8 RBIs, 0 for 1 today with a bases loaded walk. Harper, the righty on the hill, making his 3rd appearance of the season for the Pigs. Kicks, delivers. Fastball blazes in on the outside corner. 0-1. Harper, 2 1/3 innings so far. 1 run, 2 hits, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. Bulls challenging this. Malloy thinks that pitch missed, and upon review, it did not. Got the outside corner. So the Bulls lose the challenge, and they'll only have 1 left the rest of the day here. Harper in his 2nd season for the Iron Pigs. Debuted with the team late last year. Runners go on the 0-1. Throw goes through down to second, and it's late. And the Bulls taking full advantage of Harper just forgetting about the runners there. Taking too long coming to the plate. Delgado swipes 3rd. Keegan takes 2nd. And at the end of the day, numbers are just numbers. But you hate this as far as what this will do to Garrett Stubbs' caught stealing numbers. 1-1. Sinker down low. Ball 2. On the season, it had been around 25%, but that is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stolen bases already tonight for the Bulls. 2-1. Malloy takes off the outside corner. 3-1. Only one caught stealing. That was Williams getting picked off in the second. Stubbs nearly threw out 2 of the base runners back in the second, but they were both safe as the ball was dropped at the back. 3-1. Down and away. Stubbs, good backhand pick. Keeps the baseball in front. Malloy walks. Second time today. So the double steal a bit of a non-factor now. The base is loaded. Brings up Homer Bush Jr., who, has come off the injured list and can't get out. 2 for 2, RBI single, and a broken bat base hit. Infield back, outfield straight away. Right-handed hitter holds the hands high, swings the first one. Fouls away. Down the right field side, 0-1. Harper coming on for Gene Cabrera. 2 runners on Cabrera's responsibility. Harper in possession of Malloy at first. Set of the chest, the righty, delivers home. Bush, a fly ball down the right field line. Shallow slicing. It's a foul ball. Off the bat, I thought that was going to be trouble, but ends up slicing into protected netting. 0-2. At first, seemed like that ball was destined to drop in down the line, kind of Bermuda Triangle territory. But 0-2 on Bush. Harper has been fastball heavy since coming out of the bullpen here. Home 2 on Bush. Takes his timeout. He's actually about to step back into the box and then tells the home plate umpire, nope, I'll take a little bit more time. 0-2 on Bush. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Harper fires and Bush again out of play down the right field side. Still 0-2 on Bush. Harper delivers just low the splitter. Check swing, appeal to first. He held up. 1-2. Bases juiced, 2 outs. Tied at 4 in the 4th. Harper kicks, delivers. Fastball yanked outside. 2-2. Harper began the year with Double-A Reading, making 5 appearances, all scoreless for them. Appeared twice last week in St. Paul, giving up just 1 run on a homer. 2-2 to Bush. Here it comes. Fouled off at the plate, off his foot. Harper will play it out just in case. Ducking home from third came the runner Delgado, getting in a wind sprint. Don't know what Garrett Stubbs was saying to Delgado there. Delgado turned back a little bit as he ran back towards third base, looking like he was saying something. I don't know if it was to Stubbs or to the hitter Bush. Still 2-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Outfield straight away, infield straight up. The break even again from a Harper. Kicks and delivers. And Bush, another foul ball. Chopper, third base side, handled by the third base coach. Harper rubbing up a new baseball out on the mound. Trying to see just maybe if it's got the final out of the 4th inning. Tied at 4, bases loaded. Harper again, the 2-2, and Bush takes up high. Didn't chase the fastball. So now full count, runners will be off. Merry-go-round in motion. 3-2 on Bush. Pigs have walked home 1 run already tonight. The 3-2, runners go, and it's outside, ball 4. Forces home a run, the Bulls retake the lead, 5-4 in the 4th. That closes the book on Gene Cabrera as the runner scoring, or one of the runs scoring his responsibility. He is still responsible for Dom Keegan now at third base, so not quite closed yet. Back-to-back walks from Harper. Base is still loaded. Out to the mound goes Garrett Stubbs. Chat with Harper here. Trying to get him in rhythm. So while they meet and talk, good time to remind you that B. Brown Medical has been a part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. Their life-sustaining products, manufactured right here in Allentown, are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. B. Brown is committed to protecting and improving the health of people here in the Lehigh Valley and across the country, and they're proud to be a founding partner of the Iron Pigs. Base is still loaded. Now 2 outs. Blake Sable hits 0 for 2 today. Left-handed batter. Open stance. First pitch. Sable swings and misses. Sinker tailing away. If memory serves correct, Sable has actually hit a grand slam here at Coca-Cola Park. Came last year when he was with Worcester off of Joel Kuhnel in a day game. 0-1. Fastball. Just rides onto the outside edge. 0-2. Came in the 10th inning off of Joel Kuhnel in a tie game. Quickly 0-2 on Sable. Harper. The base is loaded. Fires home. Fastball inside. 1-2. 2 runs home in the inning. 1 run thrown out of the plate. Bulls lead 5-4. The base is still drunk. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup. Diving down and away. Harper strikes out Sable to end the inning, but the Bulls score twice. They leave them loaded again, though. We go to the bottom of the 4th, now 5-4 Durham, here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top bedding from starting at only $37 a month. And you can elevate your sleep for less with Ashley's adjustable base sets, now $600 off. The sleep and dream of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
You have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, and rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion on tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your asset seizure and other abusive
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 1230 AM, and streaming at lvfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the 4th, Iron Pigs trail again, down by a run once more, 5-4. Take the lead 4-3, only for the Bulls to rally with 2 at the top of the 4th. Christian Cairo leads it off the Pigs here in the Toyota Rav 4th inning. First pitch breaking ball down the middle. 0-1, this Rav 4th inning is brought to you by Toyota. Check out Toyota.com and visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go Pigs. 0-1. Cairo looks at a loopy curveball down the dirt. 1-1, Cairo lined out straightaway center. His first time up. Bulls with action in their bullpen for the first time today. Next pitch down the dirt. 2-1. That'll be Cody Whitley. 2-1 to the plate from Johnson. Cairo fouls it off. Third base side on the ground. 2-2. Marcus Johnson is back out there for Durham, now at 65 pitches. Obviously not many appearances for him on the season so far. So probably not all the way stretched out here Season high was 82 pitches, actually, in his first start for Durham and Trent Wilkes-Barre. 2-2. Cairo fouls it back. So he's still probably got another good 20 or so in him. But the Bulls have seen how this game has gone and are taking no chances. 2-2. Cairo pops it up. Foul ground, first base side. Sable towards the sidewall. Did he hold on to it? He did. Makes the catch, falling into the protective netting for the first out here in the fourth. Nice play by Blake Sable. Had to contend with just finding that baseball and then essentially reaching over into the seats and not getting his hand caught in the netting. One out, base is empty for the over Piguero. Wind to first pitch. Fastball up and in. Ball one. Pigs down 5-4. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors. The Bulls 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. 1-0. Johnson delivers down and away. Slider doesn't get the call. Catcher Tom Keegan's going to challenge that. Thinks it was a strike. Bulls only have 1 challenge left, so always a risky challenge the rest of the way. But it's going to be call overturns. Bulls retain the challenge. Now the count 1-1 on the over Piguero. Piguero struck out swinging his first time on. Johnson first base side, turns, delivers. Piguero, a soft ground ball up the middle, seeing eye into center for a base hit by a sliding Cooper Bowman. Second baseman ranged way into left center. Even if he fielded it, wouldn't have mattered. And Piguero able to scoot it through the infield for a 1-out single. Runner at first, 1 out. Batters Carter Keyboom. Topped out to second base his first time up. Short leg kick and the pitch from Johnson. Grounded foul. Third base side, 0-1. Keyboom with what has become his trademark yellow tape grip of his bat. Cherry red handle. Barrel as well. On a 5-game hitting streak. Second in the league in hits last week. Piguero takes his lead at first. Sable holds him on. Johnson at the belt. Strike 1. Keyboom rolls over, grounded to third. Charging it, Delgado gloves, goes to second. 1, relay to first in time. 5-4-3. The Bulls turn it around the horn. And Marcus Johnson, for just the second time tonight, faces the minimum. We go to the 5th. 5-4, Durham on top. Here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
B. Braun Medical has been part of the Lehigh Valley community for more than 40 years. The life-sustaining products we manufacture right here in Allentown are used to treat millions of patients in hospitals throughout the United States every year. At B. Braun, we're committed to protecting and improving the health of people in the Lehigh Valley and across the country. We're proud to be a founding partner of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs. Visit us today at bbraunusa.com.
It's normal. Hopes and dreams rest to it. But it doesn't show the sacrifice it takes to win. Or the pain of accepting defeat. Because the real score isn't about points. It's about how many times you come back from impossible odds. Cute for all the points that matter. The name trusted for over 50 years and accepted by top doctors and specialists. Capital Blue Cross. Live fearless.
Have a home run of a summer right here at home. Because in Pennsylvania, a real getaway is never far away. Get back to nature in the Pennsylvania wilds where you can experience some of the darkest skies in the Northeast. Make a splash as you float down a scenic river with your grill or hike your way through Pennsylvania's 124 state parks. Unplug this summer and unwind your way in Pennsylvania. Find your great next American getaway at visitpa.com.
Catch the happy hour weekdays at 4 on WEEX Easton, WODE HD2 Easton, and W234AX Allentown, a Cumulus media station.
Top of the 5th, Iron Pigs trailing the Durham Bulls 5-4. Daniel Harper back out there for a full inning of work for the Pigs. Walked 2 batters coming on relief in the 4th and struck out the 3rd. Did allow the go-ahead run to score for Durham. 8-9-1 due up here in the 5th. Cooper Boatman leads it off. Right-handed hitter takes off the outside corner. Ball 1. Gene Cabrera done after 3 2/3. Harper coming in out of the bullpen, works in the stretch, kicks the leg, the 1-0. Bowman gets under it, popped up behind home. Stubbs giving chase to the backstop, and that's into the BSI suites. 1-1. Phillies playing game 2 of their series in Chicago. Now it's a good time to get you a Major League Scoreboard update delivered by The Morning Call. Look to The Morning Call, your first source for local journalism, breaking news, and exclusive content you can rely on. No scores. They go to the bottom of the 2nd. Felix Reyes getting the start for the Pigs in left field, or for the Phillies, I should say. 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner. 1-2. Hitting 4th, playing left for the Phils. So exciting stuff there as he becomes one of a small select club to, within his first career 2 starts, the Phillies. 1-2 is in the dirt, 2-2. 2-bat cleanup. Joining other luminaries such as IronPigs legend, Derek Hall. Other Major League scorers from around the league. Astros leading the Guardians 3-2 from Cleveland. 2-2 lined the other way into the netting. Cal Stave and Connor Brogdon actually on the mound for the Guardians as he has become a solid reliever again for Cleveland. I guess their pitching lab can truly fix anybody. Reds lead the Rays, the parent club of Durham, 5-0. That's in the bottom of the 5th from the Trop. Chase Burns dominating for Cincinnati. 2-2, swing and a miss. Held on to by Stubbs just above the dirt. Harper with a 2nd strikeout out of the bullpen. 1 gone here to begin the 5th. Brewers lead the Tigers 3-1 from Comerica. Brewers 12-9 on the year, Tigers 12-11. Who I didn't notice, the Tigers are 8-1 at home this year. 1 out, bases empty for Brock Jones, singled and scored, leading off last inning. Whips on a changeup. 0-1. Cardinals lead the Marlins 4-1. Chris Paddock getting the start for the Fish, giving up 4 runs on 7 hits. 0-1. Jones shows bunt, takes up and away. 1-1. Nationals lead the Braves 4-2. Braves leading the NL East at 16-7. And this isn't me just being a hater as somebody who works within the Phillies organization. AAA team 1-1. Down and away, ball 2. I don't think the Braves can keep this up. I think their starting pitching is too suspect. They just put Raisel Iglesias on IL today. So they do have Robert Suarez, Big Bad Bob. He is a phenomenal reliever, don't get me wrong. 2-1. Jones late, slices it foul into the seats. Down the line. 2-2. Well, that's something to keep an eye on. Yankees lead the Red Sox 1-0. Cam Schlittler, the Massachusetts kid, returning to Fenway following his comments over the offseason that, essentially he's given up his Red Sox allegiance, and the Fenway faithful have not taken too kindly to that. 2-2 on the way to Jones. Gets way under it. High pop-up behind home. That's going to spiral back into the seats. Land right on top of my head. Still 2-2. But it's 1-0 Yankees. Top of the 6th. Schlittler against Connolly early. That's a great pitching matchup. It's early, but the Mets leading the Twins 3-0. Mets have thrown 4 no-hit innings. 2-2 popped up again behind home, nearly to the same spot. Let's see if we hear the same thud. We do. And hopefully Jones doesn't do that again because I think this roof won't be able to take a 3rd straight blow. Mets, though, lead the Twins 3-0 as they face former Mets farmhand Simeon Woods Richardson. 2-2 again. Jones a line drive down the right field side. Fair ball. Just inside the line to the corner it goes. Jones racing around first. He's thinking about 3. He's making the turnaround second. The relay to 3rd is late. Throw came in on a couple of hops from Alcantara, and Jones beat it there. His first triple of the season, and he's at 3rd base with 1 out at the top of the order coming up. Changeup left up by Harper. He'd gotten Jones to swing and miss on it earlier in the AB, but that one, too much of the plate, about thigh high. Triple for Jones with a headlong dive. The Pigs will bring the infield in again. They have already cut 2 runners down at the plate already tonight. First pitch, Melton takes. Up and away. Melton 1 for 2, doubled, walked and scored in the second, and was one of the runners cut down to the plate last inning. Infield in. Left-handed hitter, 1-0, fouled back up, screaming into the suites. Ball and strike. Other Major League scores, Orioles lead the Royals 3-0. A wild one for them last night. They were tied at 1 after 9. And the Orioles put up like 7 in the 12th. 1-1 on the inside corner. 1-2. And ultimately, still ended up giving up more runs, but they held on for the win. Then the Pirates and Rangers just underway, top of the first. 1-2 on Jacob Melton. Harper deals, and Melton a line drive the other way into left. That's a base hit. No doubt about it. Coming to score from third, Jones, and the Bulls lead by 2 again. 6-4 here in the top of the 5th. Again, changeup just left up there by Harper. Second straight 2-strike hit. And a changeup left up out of the zone. And Melton, who already has stolen base today, probably off and running here. 15 stolen bases on the season. Harper allowed a double steal last inning. Throws over to first, back with the dive, Melton. Games coming up later tonight, Rockies and Padres, Angels, Blue Jays, Mariners, A's, Diamondbacks, White Sox, and Giants, Dodgers. Batters Carson Williams, Harper long set, now a throw over again. Melton dives back again. So 2 throws over already for Harper. Melton can be very aggressive in his lead now at first, knowing that Harper throws over, ends up as a balk. First pitch sinker is down and in. Ball 1, Harper going with a slide step. One and 0 on Williams. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI single. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Fastball's down low. Throw to second on a hop is late. Alcantara couldn't pick it. If he scoops it clean, maybe it's bang bang at the bag. It's another stolen base for Jacob Melton. Second of the day, 16th of the season. Yeah, if Alcantara picks it, I think they get him. Runner at second, 1 out. 2-0 though on Williams. That's the pressing matter. Harper gives a look back to second. Kicks, offers. Williams breaks his bat on a pop-up. Right side of the infield. Alcantara under it. Halfway between first and second. Makes the catch. And Williams ensures that his bat is broken as he slams it down to the ground on his way to first. 2 outs. Runner at second for Reynel Delgado. Delgado was the one who hit the ground ball that saw Melton thrown out of the plate last inning. 1 for 3. Single, fly out, fielder's choice, couple stolen bases, couple of runs scored. Left-handed hitter swings the first pitch, skies it out of play, left-hand side. IronPigs, the arm loosening out of the bullpen. It's Lenny Torres, who was just added to the roster today. Welcome to the Pigs. That's really the only addition the Pigs have been able to make of late. 0-1, Delgado shows bunt, takes inside. 1-1. He had Keyboom back at third with 2 outs. We'll see if Carter comes in a few steps. IronPigs with all the players going out, coming up. Bring in Torres from Reading. 1-1, rolled over sharply on the ground to second, down to a knee. Alcantara scoops it, throws to first. In time to get Delgado and the inning over, but the Bulls tack on another run. RBI single for Jacob Melton. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It is 6-4 Durham here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
from the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, two trusted names, one goal, 5-star customer service.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sports. Moments like Whitehall's Saquon Barkley being the number 2 overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft by the New York Giants. Covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 a.m. in Easton.
And time for a scoreboard update brought to you by Ashley. Philadelphia Phillies in action against the Chicago Cubs and scoreless for the Phillies. Jesus Luzardo, 2 innings, 3 hits, no runs given up, no walks, and 1 strikeout so far. In the International League, top of the 7th inning, Columbus leading Buffalo 4-1. Syracuse, big lead over Worcester, 10-1. Scranton Wilkes-Barre 5, Rochester 1 there in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning, Indianapolis 6, St. Paul 5. Norfolk leading Memphis 5-1, bottom of the 5th. Top of 2, Louisville 2, Iowa nothing. And just getting started between Omaha and Toledo. Earlier today, Nashville defeated Charlotte 5-1, and Gwinnett gets the victory over Jacksonville. As we head to the home half of the 5th inning, Lehigh Valley trailing the Durham Bulls by a score of 6-4. Let's go back out to the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Here's the voice of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs, Sam Jonas.
Thank you, Connor. Like you said, halfway home here, IronPigs trail the Bulls 6-4. They've been in this spot a couple times already tonight. Trailed 2-0 after a half inning of play, 3-2 after the second, and now 6-4 after 4.5. Pitching change for the Bulls. This pitching change brought to you by Lehigh Valley Chimney Specialists, keeping the Valley safe one chimney at a time. New arm on the mound for the Bulls. It's Cody Whitley. It's off to a really good start this year. IronPigs saw him a couple years ago with Memphis, saw him earlier this season as well. Whitley, 31 years old, 27th round pick out of the University of Mount Olive. Back in 2017, 8th appearance on the season, has given up just 1 run, 7 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 walks, and 9 strikeouts. Caleb Ricketts leads it off for the Pigs here in the 5th. 1 at-bat today. He led off the 3rd with a game-tying solo homer. It's his 2nd of the season. Whitley stretches and deals the righty to the plate, misses down low. Whitley, 6'3", 220, born in Clayton, North Carolina. A lot of good baseball in that region. D2 level, which is where Whitley comes from, the University of Mount Olive. 1-0, Ricketts, another shot down the right field line. That's in for a hit. Going towards the corner. Jones cuts it off. Ricketts trying for 2, and Jones actually dropped it after scooping it. So Ricketts in at second easily with a double. I thought for a moment Jones, he did get there, but just couldn't hit the brakes and hold on to the baseball. Would have been a close play at second, but it's a double for Ricketts. 2 extra base hits today. He's at second. Top of the order coming up, Sergio Alcantara. Anyways, Whitley ended up at the University of Mount Olive. There's also Clayton State, where he was born. Division II ranks in that area run very deep. You have the South Atlantic Conference, the SAC. Alcantara switcher to batting left. He's walked twice today. Swings the pitch here and lofts it high in the air. Deep to right. Jones is back to the track. Circles under it. Makes the catch. Ricketts tagging from second. He'll go to third. So the throw goes into second. Alcantara barely misses. Game-tying homer. Has to settle for a flyout, moving Ricketts to third base. Brings up Stuart Baroa, man at third, 1 out. You have the SAC down there. You have Conference Carolinas. You have the Peach Belt, which was personally one of my favorite conference names I've ever seen. You have the Mountain East. That's a little bit north of there. Infield's actually going to come in here for the Bulls. First pitch, Baroa swings, jam shot, shallow left, nobody's there, and it's going to fall. Coming in to score is Ricketts, and Baroa, a bloop RBI single, makes it a 1-run game in the 5th. Even if Williams is playing back, the shortstop that is, that's going to be a tough play for him to track down. Delgado same at third, but with the infield in, Baroa just punches it. RBI hit, 2 RBIs in the day for Baroa. It's a 1-run game again. Back and forth we go. Baroa at first, Otto Kemp the hitter. Whitley stretches, delivers. Fastball, called a strike. Top of the zone, 0-1. Feels like there's a cosmic string pulling these teams back and forth between each other. Just can't get far enough away. Kind of yo-yoing back. Baroa leads at first, 0-1. Bluffs. Kemp swings and misses, 0-2. Baroa going double oven mitts at first. They are stark bright yellow. Literally, if I did not know any better, I would think that Stuart Baroa was about to take a tray of cookies out of the oven. Whitley high set. Kicks and throws. Baroa again bluffs, and Kemp takes a called strike 3. I don't know if Kemp distracted by Baroa at first what was going on there, but man, that fastball middle. So Whitley with a strikeout at second out here in the 5th. Brings up Brian De La Cruz. RBI double his last time up. Gave the Pigs the lead, albeit briefly. The pitch. De La Cruz fouls it back. No sign of Baroa running there. Stewart on the season for the Pigs is 1 for 3 stealing bases. Stealing bases is his bread and butter. He actually only got thrown out twice last year, or over the winter. 0-1, he's running. De La Cruz swings, line drive down the left field side. That's going to hook into the seats. 0-2. Last full season Baroa played. Last year he stole 34 bases, caught 9 times. Now 0-2 on De La Cruz. Whitley struck out Kemp on 3 pitches, trying to sit De La Cruz down on 3 more. 6-5, Bulls. Bottom of the 5th. 5 runs, 6 hits for the Pigs, 6-9 for Durham. De La Cruz taps the plate. Windmills the bat out at Whitley. Comes to a high set. Baroa leaning towards second. Infield plays De La Cruz to pull. Whitley a long set. The pitch. Slider, hard one, down and away. 1-2. Lenny Torres still warming up out in the IronPigs bullpen. He'll come on for the 6th. Will he do it in a tie game or perhaps the Pigs in the lead? Find out. Throw over. Baroa gets back. Pitch black skies now overhead. Just past 8 o'clock. Flag barely being tugged out in center. Very gentle breeze. 1-2. Baroa runs. De La Cruz takes up high. Throw to second from Keegan's knees is late. It's on the left field side of the bag. If it's on the bag, would be close, but stolen base for Baroa, the second of the year for the Pigs. Tying run scoring position. 2-2 now on De La Cruz. Whitley a look back to second. Heaves it home. Swing and a miss. Fastball up out of the zone at 94. Whitley back-to-back punch-outs. Ends the 5th, but the Pigs do get a run back. RBI single for Stuart Baroa. We go to the 6th. It's the Bulls 6, Pigs 5 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access. More doctors. More convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Together for the future of care.
Riverview Country Club is set along the scenic Delaware River corridor, just 2 miles north of Easton in Forks Township. Riverview's 18-hole championship golf course has established itself as one of the area's premier public golf facilities. Riverview offers 5 sets of tees for golfers of all levels to enjoy this course, complete with bent grass landing areas and bluegrass fairways. Its consistent great course conditions and beautiful panoramic views make Riverview a must-play course. Plus, Riverview Country Club has a pro shop that is well-stocked with the latest golf equipment and apparel to
keep you looking sharp and on top of your game. Riverview Country Club also boasts the Villa on the Green, a beautiful banquet facility that is the perfect place to host your next corporate meeting or event. For more information on the course, season passes, to book an event, or book your tee time, call 610-559-9700. That's 610-559-9700. Or visit them at riverviewcountryclub.com. That's riverviewcountryclub.com. Come see what makes Riverview Country Club the premier facility in the area.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the sixth, the Iron Pigs cut it to a one-run deficit here in the sixth. Bowl 6, Pigs 5. New on for the mound for the Pigs, Lenny Torres takes over for Daniel Harper on this Bachman Roofing Solar Remodeling called the bullpen. Harper in inning and a third, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Torres making his Iron Pigs debut. He's been around the block a little bit, although he is actually still pretty young. 25 years old. Supplemental first-round pick of the Guardians in 2018 out of high school. Was with the Reds last year. Signed as minor league free agent. Came to the Phillies this year. Another minor league deal opened with Double-A Reading. Righty works on the stretch. Nobody on base. Delivers home to Dom Keegan. First pitch fastball misses just up and in. Ball 1, and Stubbs is going to challenge that. Pigs only have 1 challenge left, but Stubbs confident enough. This should be strike 1 on Keegan. Instead, and upon review, it is. So 0-1 on Torres. Torres last year, between Louisville and a couple of games Double-A Chattanooga, was 1-3, 5.88 ERA, 49 innings, 37 strikeouts, or rather 52 strikeouts and 37 walks. The stretch 0-1, fastball at 96, just outside. 1-1. Torres, like I mentioned, began this year with Reading, part of now 3 Iron Pigs relievers that began the year with Reading. 1-1, swing and a miss, good slider, got Keegan out in front. With Reading, 5 appearances, 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk. Picked up a save as well. 1-2 on Keegan. Keegan today is yet to be retired. Couple of walks, a single, and 2 stolen bases. Open stance on the right side. Stubbs sets up away. Torres crossfire set, kick, and the pitch. Called strike 3. Fastball. Outside corner at the knees. Torres able to sling it. Sinker runs back to the edge. Backwards K. His first out as an Iron Pig. You take Torres, Colin Puldus, and Daniel Harper, who we just saw. Those are the reinforcements currently for the Pigs. I would imagine they will get another later this week with Alan Ronhell going up and Connor Gillespie on the IL. First pitch to Justin Henry Malloy. Fastball up high. Can't imagine Pigs will play an arm short for the week. Reading's gotten some good starting pitching. They have some interesting veteran depth arms as starters. 1-0. Malloy takes upstairs, I should say. Ball 2. Two 2-0 on Malloy. 0 for 1 today. Couple of walks. Lofts the 2-0 high in the air. Moderately deep to right. De La Cruz, couple steps back. Waits under the moon ball. Makes the catch. 2 outs. Brings up Homer Bush Jr. Still perfect on the day in his first game of the season. 2 for 2, 2 RBIs. Big ol' 1,000 up in the average column, up on the scoreboard. Elias can probably find it pretty easily, but I can't. First pitch, Bush tries to check his swing, appeal to first, he wins. Chases the slider down and away. But I wonder what the longest somebody has gone at bats-wise to start a season perfect. think it was last year or 2 years ago. This wasn't to start the season. But Juan Miranda, the Twins. 0-1, Bush, a ground ball up the middle between the feet of Bush, or Torres rather, and behind second, Alcantara gloves to throw out Bush at first and end the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for the Pigs, their first of the day. That's a Mates clean sweep for your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Visit MatesHomeservice.com to book your appointment today. Go bottom six at 6'5", Durham here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashland's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top headache aids starting at only $37 a month. And you can elevate your sleep for less. With Ashland's Sleep Adjustable Base Sets, now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. And a lead CompTIA certification partner. Leading education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Progressive presents the Key Truckers Morning. Today's hero, going to stuck bathroom custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Advertisements? Well, clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. What else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lbfoxsports.com.
Bottom of the sixth, Iron Pigs trail the Bulls 6-5. Garrett Stubbs leads it off here in the inning against Cody Whitley. First pitch, Stubbs a line drive the other way, slicing back though to Bush. Lines it up, makes the catch. Tough break for Garrett. Hard hit line out. First out of the sixth. Brings up Christian Cairo, 0 for 2 today. Cairo 13 for 26 last week against St. Paul. 3 multi-hit games. 3-hit game on Tuesday, 4 hits on Saturday, 4 more on Sunday. Cairo looks at first pitch fastball, inner third, 0-1. If you do that math, that comes out to 11 hits. 11 of his 13 hits coming in 3 games. Right-handed batter, not much bend at the knees, 0-1 with the changeup. Fades onto the inner third, 0-2. 0-2 on Christian Cairo. Pigs down a run, bomb to 6. Nobody up in the Iron Pigs bullpen. They're just going to ride the Lenny Torres train. Looked great in the 5th. Or looked great in the top of the 6th. 0-2. Fastball up high. That's probably going to be the modus operandi for the Pigs this week with the pitching staff, which is if you're throwing well and getting outs, just going to keep on throwing. 1-2. Fastball just below the knees. McKeegan is going to challenge this. That's going to be tight. Dude, looking at StatCast, I think Cairo might be out. On review, yep. Called strike 3. Call on the field of returns. Fastball at the knees. 2 gone. Third strikeout for Whitley out of the bullpen. Making quick work of the Pigs ever since Baroa's RBI single. He's retired 4 straight. Brings up the over Picaro. Base hit his last time on. Right-handed hitter. First on the way. Called strike. 0-1. Picaro doesn't even leave the box. Takes his stance. Hands held in front of his shoulder. The pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. 0-2. Not that it would be foolproof, but it's so telling when somebody checks swings. Their own reaction will tell you all you need to know on whether or not they win. 0-2. Fastball outside. 1-2. A lot of times, they try to hide it. A lot of times they just kind of look down sheepishly, knowing that they win. The tough cookies, the Oscar winners, who act very well. 1-2. Figueroa punches it foul. Still 1-2. (6-5) Durham, bottom of the 6. Game 1 of 6 this week. Pigs, even though they are now just a game over 500, pitch called strike 3, outside corner. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cody Whitley. They are still just 3 games back. But got a rally here. We go to the 7th. 6-5 Durham. Here are the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when 2 healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More patients, more clinical trials, more breakthrough treatments. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network, together for the future of care.
When IronPigs fans need to care for their dogs, they know they can turn to Leader of the Pack Canine Institute. Their award-winning facility provides the best boarding, training, daycare, and grooming in the Lehigh Valley. Trust professionals at Leader of the Pack Canine Institute to care for your pet during your next trip, or even watch your dog while you're away with Leader of the Pack's live webcams. Join the pack at LOPCI.com or call 610-366-8282. Franchises are now available. Richmar Florist and has been since 1995. From weddings to funerals to corporate events, Richmar Florist does it all. Whether you know exactly what you want or you're in need of some creative magic, Richmar's talented and creative staff is ready to help you create the floral arrangement of your dreams. Give them a call today at 610-437-5588 or visit their website at richmarflorist.com. Richmar Florist is a proud sponsor of the Lehigh Valley IronPigs, NASCAR, and the Lehigh Valley.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the 7th, IronPigs down by a run to Durham. 6-5 Bulls. Lenny Torres comes back out for the Pigs. A 1-2-3-6 for him here in his Pigs debut. Let's keep it rolling. Bulls getting an arm loose out in the bullpen, as Cody Whitley's given them 2 innings of 1-run baseball with 4 strikeouts. Blake Sable leads it off in the 7th. 7-8-9 due up. Torres the stretch. First pitch. Change up. Drops down and away. Ball 1. It is Evan Reifert in the bullpen for the Bulls. StatCast had that pitch from Torres as a sinker. I would not doubt, if it's some sort of changeup. 1-0, Sable drops on a bunt, third base side. Keyboom playing back, and it's going to be a base hit. Keyboom didn't even try to pick it up. He went to barehanded and just knew, I don't have a shot. And Sable, seeing Keyboom playing way back the bag, steals a base hit. Easier said than done for every 55-year-old dad with the infield overshift on for a left-handed hitter, saying just drop one down. How hard can it be? It's hard. Blake Sable did a good job there. Batters Cooper Bowman, 0 for 3. First pitch, outside. Bowman is the only Bull yet to reach base. Lonely, lonely place. On a night where your team has 6 runs on 10 hits. Middle infield at double play depth. Torres red glove just above the belt. High leg kick. 1-0. Bowman shows bunt. A fastball. A tick off the outside black. Ball 2. Torres trying to keep this a 1-run game. Dealing with a base runner for the first time tonight. Stretches and offers. Swing and a miss. Ran 97 up out of the zone. Torres, in a career that's been earmarked mostly by injuries, got drafted in 2019, was off to a great start. Pitching down in Arizona Complex League, as one does as a high school pick right after they're drafted. 2-1. Fastball Hair off the outside black again. But ended up undergoing Tommy John at the worst possible moment. 2019 season was wiped out. Of course, by the time he was healthy in 2020, minor league baseball didn't happen because of COVID, so he finally came back in 2021. 3-1 to Cooper Bowman. Here it is. Swings away, lofts a high fly ball, moderately deep right center. Daly Cruz and Baroa converge, and it's the right fielder to make the call on the catch. Sable will bluff a tag from first, and Daly Cruz shows off a cannon to throw to second. 1 out. Rock Jones up next. Torres pitched in 21 with single A Lynchburg, struggled. 22 injuries, held him to just 15 games. Came back as a reliever in 2023 and has been pitching out of the bullpen ever since. And at first, 1 out for Brock Jones, left-handed hitter. First pitch fastball is up high. Jones, a productive day out of the 9 spot, singled and scored in the 4th, tripled and scored in the 5th, which right now is the difference in this ballgame. Infield plays him to pull, except for Keyboom in on the grass at third base. The 1-0, down and in. Ball 2. Two 2-0 on Brock Jones. Torres from the belt. Offers up. Swing and a miss. Caught Jones flat-footed. Fastball there. Torres, 5 appearances in 5 innings. Obviously, that means he has not gone multiple innings yet this season. For the most part, past couple of years, he has not made multi-inning appearances. So the Pigs are asking a lot of him. 2-1. Fastball up high. Ball 3. There's nobody up in the IronPigs bullpen. Torres hasn't thrown many pitches to this point. That's just always something to monitor. First multi-inning outing in a while. 3-1. Jones swings and fouls it back. Might have been ball 4 at the top of the zone. Three and 2 on Brock Jones. Sable at first takes his lead. See if he's running here. Ricketts holds him. Runner takes off. Fastball up and away. It's ball 4. So Torres, a leadoff bunt single. Fly out, now a walk to the 9-hole hitter. Puts 2 on and 1 out. Top of the order, Jacob Melton, who's been on base 3 times today. Phillies and Cubs are still scoreless right now. They're in the bottom of the 4th. Phillies, no runs, 1 hit. Woes against left-handed pitching continue. First offering's a fastball to Melton. Inside corner, 0-1. Melton open stance from the left side. First and second, 1 out. Torres lifts the leg, delivers home. Pitches low in the dirt. Snap throw back to second. And Sable races back. Ball and strike. Six runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Bulls. 5-6-0 for the IronPigs. Pigs are now going to get somebody up out in the bullpen. Torres will look to second, wheels home, and Melton slugs it on a line deep right. That's down for a hit, and 1 hops off the wall. Daly Cruz gets to it quickly. Coming in to score, Sable. Stopping at third is Jones, and then at second with his 3rd hit of the day, second double. It's Jacob Melton drives in a run, and the Bulls lead by 2 again. 7-5 here at the top of the 7th. Fastball was center cut there from Torres. Now in a bit of a bind, second and third, 1 out. Infield comes in for the Pigs. Looks like Lou Trevino getting loose out in the bullpen. Carson Williams, the hitter. Right on right matchup. First pitch. Fastball, belt high. Outside edge. 0-1. Pigs have thrown out 2 runners at the plate tonight with the infield in. Feels like trying to get a third is asking for a lot. Crossfire set from Torres. The strike 1 coming. Fastball freezes Williams. Outside corner. 0-2. Especially on the outer edge to righties. It seems like that fastball for Torres just explodes onto the plate. It seems like righties are having a hard time picking it up. 2-strike pitch. Called strike 3. Same spot, same result, and Williams, a backwards K, back to the dugout. Well, that was easy. 3 fastballs, 96, 97 from Torres on the black. Now Reynel Delgado, second and third, 2 outs. Infield plays the lefty to pull. One for 4 today. 7-5 Bulls in the 7th. Torres trying to work out of the jam, and Delgado swings the first pitch, fouls it off. Jones at third, Melton at second. Delgado, slightly open stance, hands held right behind his head. 0-1, checks his swing, pops it up into the seats towards the suites. It'll carry him all the way back down to a waiting fan. That's one of the few times I've seen a fan make a catch on the carom. Followed it the whole way. Keep your head on a swivel. 0-2, Reynel Delgado, 2 in scoring position, 2 gone in the 7th. 2-strike pitch, up and away. Jones is getting pretty greedy down the line, trying to get in Torres' head. Jumping down the line a little bit. Keyboom's probably about 20-odd feet away from him. He can take as much as he wants. 1-2 to the plate. Delgado chops it foul into the Bulls' dugout, and a one-handed grab by the bench coach for the Bulls next to Morgan Ensberg, reaching up and plucking it. Ensberg got a few barehanded grabs at third base, playing the hot corner for the Astros back in the day. Nice job. Handshakes all around. I wish I could tell you exactly who that was. Maybe it was Brian Reith. Couldn't tell, honestly. 1-2 to Delgado again. Weak tapper foul. First base side, spinning away from the chalk. One run in for the Bulls. No team today has scored more than 2 runs in any one inning. Pigs have scored in 3 of 6 turns at bat. Bulls have now scored in 5 of 7. The 1-2 again from Torres to Delgado. Here it is. Delgado clubs it high in the air, deep to right. De La Cruz back to the track in front of the wall. He has room. Makes the catch to end the inning. The Bulls do score once. RBI's double for Jacob Melton, but Torres strands a pair. Go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch. 7-5 Bulls here on the Pigs Radio Network. Presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years with you buy in store. That's top bedding brands starting at only $37 a month. And you can elevate your sleep for less. With Ashley Sleep Adjustable Base Sets, now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, and rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys, licensed professionals, have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call the Optima and start the process, helping you put an end to your worries about ways to garnish your assets and your aggressive IRS transactions. Find out the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
You're listening to Iron Pigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lbfoxsports.com.
Hope you got a good stretch in. We go to the bottom of the seventh. Iron Pigs see the Bulls stretch their lead out to 2 runs again. RBI double for Jacob Melton. Evan Brightford takes over now with a 7-5 lead for Durham. Replaces Cody Whitley, who's in line for the win. Whitley, 2 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Brightford comes on, right-handed pitcher. Brightford this season, 2-0 for Durham, 8 innings, 11 strikeouts, 7 walks, and is not allowed a run. He's given up just 2 hits. Carter Keyboom leads it off for the Pigs, takes the first pitch for a ball. Right for the stretch, nobody on, the 1-0. Yanks the fastball outside, ball 2. Ryford, 6'4", 190, out of Wilton, Iowa. Keyboom trying to extend his hitting streak to 6. More importantly, bring the tying run to the plate. 2-0, down and away. Heater misses, ball 3. Pigs have only drawn 2 walks today, both off of Marcus Johnson. Cody Whitley, 22 pitches, 17 strikes. He was really good. After allowing the RBI single to Barroa, retired the final 4 he faced. Pitches in for a strike. The final 5 he faced, I should say. 3-1 on Keyboom. Carter, 1 homer on the season, is driven in 6. Right on right matchup, right for the stretch, 3-1. Fastball chisels the outside black, 3-2. Caleb Ricketts on deck, a couple extra base hits out of the 9 spot. From 3-0 to 3-2 on Keyboom. Payoff coming. Keyboom, a bouncer, foul. Third base side by AC in the coach's box. Phillies and Cubs still scoreless in the top of the 5th. Facing Shota Imanaga for the Cubs, who shut them down last week. 3-2 again, Carter Keyboom starting the 7th in the dirt. Ball 4. Keyboom walks to begin the inning. The Iron Pigs have had 3 leadoff base runners previously tonight. All 3 have scored. It's not a coincidence, it's a trend. Brings up Caleb Ricketts. Solo homer leading off the 3rd, doubled and scored leading off the 5th. Faces Ryford, infield plays him to pull. Delgado in on the grass at 3rd. First pitch fastball, inside, ball 1. I've never seen Ricketts slide a hand up the barrel, but I wonder if Delgado playing in, afraid that Sable's idea to bunt for a hit top of the inning might be contagious. 1-0 from Ryford. Ricketts takes a heater, tails back to the inside edge. Ricketts with a pretty quiet week in St. Paul. He's really been quiet since the big homer he hit a couple weeks ago here at home. 1-1, gets under it, lofted down the left field side, slicing back into the crowd. Finished 4 for 19, although a couple of those hits did come in the series finale. Or 1-2 rather, in the dirt, skips off the mask of Keegan all the way to the backstop. Keyboom makes his way to 2nd, takes a turn, and Keegan picks up the baseball finally. Wild pitch. Runner out at 2nd, nobody out. Pigs would love Ricketts to, at the minimum, move Keyboom to third base with the top of the order on deck. 2-2 on Caleb Ricketts. Reifert's already walked one. Righty set, kicks and fires. Ricketts grounds it just foul. Looked like it nearly skipped over the first base bag. Sable back in the bag couldn't glove it. The first base umpire, Darius, got right on it. Saw it cut in front of the base. Just barely missing, nipping a corner. 2-2 on Ricketts. Keyboom at second. 7-5 Bulls in the seventh. 2-2 again. Ricketts, a line drive, deep left center field, chasing Bush back. Still going back, reaches up. It's over his leap into the wall. Keyboom comes in to score, and Caleb Ricketts, his third extra base hit of the game, stands at second with an RBI double. It's a one-run game, 7-6 here in the last of the seventh. Bush just looked uncertain. There's that ball slicing back towards him. He never got on a dead run going back, was instead stuck kind of backpedaling a little bit, and eventually had to twist and jump at the same time. Nearly made what would have been a stunning catch. That's an RBI double. Ricketts out at second. Now Sergio Alcantara, switch hitter batting left. First pitch up high. Corners are playing in, guarding against the bunt. It looks like Alcantara not too interested in that. Sergio today 0 for 1 with 2 walks. 7-6 game, bottom of the seventh. The pitch. Fastball called strike. Inside corner, belt eye. Crowd imploring, pleading with Sergio. Trying to tie the game again. Ricketts leads from second, 1-1. Alcantara, hard ground ball, and it's through the right side by a couple of dives into right. Around third, here comes Ricketts. Throw to the plate is cut off, and Sergio Alcantara comes through. Game-tying RBI single, and we're square at 7 in the seventh. Sable dove, Bowman dove, neither could get it. It deflected off of Sable's glove and nearly right to Bowman. And you wonder if Sable had deflected it, had Bowman been able to come up with it, he had to kind of adjust for the redirect. And a great read from Ricketts, an aggressive send by AC. 3 straight base runners to begin the seventh. Alcantara at first for Baroa, tries to bunt the first pitch, stabs and misses. 0-1. Baroa having himself a game, 2 for 3, RBI triple and an RBI single. Delgado is way in at third base. Sable holds the runner at first, 0-1. No bunt. Slider misses outside, 1-1. Lou Trevino still warming in the Pigs bullpen. They'll have the eighth. Will the Pigs have the lead? That's the question. Evan Reifert is yet to record an out. 1-1, Baroa shows bunt, takes it down and in. Snap throw back to first, and Alcantara gets back. Feet first slide evades the tag of Sable. Keegan nearly had him. Pitch was in the dirt, and you could see Alcantara kind of flinch, thinking if he could take second, if that ball skipped away. Keegan, good reaction, nearly picked him off. 2-1 on Baroa. Reifert from the belt, slings it, runner goes, Baroa takes, called strike, and Alcantara takes second without a throw. Steals that one right on Reifert. For Alcantara, that's his 4th stolen base of the season. It's the go-ahead run, now out at second. Pigs haven't led since the 3rd inning when they were up 4-3. Tied at 7, bottom 7. Alcantara leads from second now, 2-2 on Baroa. The break even, down and in, and what a scoop by Dom Keegan. Slider bounced in, and like a magician with his wand, just flashes the leather. Full count, Otto Kemp on deck. The payoff. Down in the dirt again, ball 4, and Baroa walks. And man, he is shaking his fist coming out of the box. As happy as he comes. Liked what he could do in that AB, that plate appearance. First and second, nobody out for Otto. 0 for 2 today. Sack fly back first. First game back. No signs from AC in the coach's box as you would expect. This is just green light. Dead red, see it, hit it. Maybe give the Pigs the lead. Bulls haven't gotten the memo. The corners are in. First pitch. Fastball zips in on the outer half. 0-1. I am surprised Durham has Delgado and Sable in. And even after the strike one pitch, they haven't backed up yet. Now finally Delgado is retreating beyond third. Sable's still in on the grass at first. 0-1. Fastball in the outer half. 0-2. First plate appearance of the inning that Reinfeldt's really wrangled control straight away here. 0-2 on Kemp. First and second, nobody out. The set, the two-strike pitch. Up and away, 1-2. That was a hold-your-breath pitch. That was really close. All game, Durham has been essentially sizing up Kemp, just fastballs away on him. Jammed him earlier today, but ever since it's been away. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down the dirt. Kemp down to a knee, chases. Down on strikes. First out of the seventh. Brings up Ryan De La Cruz, and now that brings into play would the Pigs consider putting the runners in motion. To be really aggressive. But you have Delgado having to play way back at third for De La Cruz. Brian 1 for 3 today with an RBI double. Tied at 7, bottom 7, the pitch. Fastball down the middle. Poured in for strike 1. Bulls getting somebody up in the bullpen with Reifert now with 26 pitches here in the inning. One strike on De La Cruz, middle infield at double play depth. Here it comes, swing and a miss. Up and in with a fastball. 0-2. That's Cam Hill throwing out in the bullpen. 2 strikes on De La Cruz. Reifert from the belt. Slings it. De La Cruz swings, line drive right field. Late break for Jones. Comes in though and makes the catch. Sinking liner. Just able to snare it. 2 gone. For a moment, he looked unsteady coming in. He makes the play. And after the first 4 reached here in the inning, Reifert has really drilled deep here, bearing down. Will be up to Garrett Stubbs to potentially give the Pigs the lead in the 7th. 2 on, 2 outs. The first pitch. Stubbs shows bunt, pops it up third base side, diving for it. Delgado can't make the catch. Fell in foul territory. Delgado showing the baseball. He thinks he caught it, but I think he was just trying to bluff everybody. Got it on the short hop. Phenomenal effort. AC laughing with Delgado. Can't tell if AC's laughing with him or wondering, did Delgado actually think he caught that? World may never know. 1 strike on Stubbs, the pitch. No bunt. Takes a called strike. Sinker at the top of the zone, 0-2. So after the 4 straight base runners to begin the inning, Reifert has started the next 3 hitters 0-2. 2 on, 2 outs. The 2-strike pitch in the dirt, skips away from Keegan briefly. Runners take off, and they'll take an extra 90. Keegan can't get a throw off. Wild pitch moves 2 in scoring position. Stubbs 0 for 3 today. Has grounded out, struck out, and lined out. Infield plays him to pull. Williams, the shortstop, way up the middle. The 1-2 coming. Stubbs, a soft line drive, shallow right. Jones coming in, into a dive. He makes the catch. Full belly flop for Brock Jones as he steals away a go-ahead 2-run single from Garrett Stubbs. Pigs do rally to tie it, but Jones keeps this game tied. We go to the 8th. All knotted at 7 here in the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Zero sugar with great Coke taste lasers.
Can we cut all that? That's not going to convince anyone. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. And none of this noise is going to convince you that Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste, because the only thing that'll make you believe that is trying it yourself. No lasers. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
And time for a scoreboard update brought to you by Ashley. Phillies and Cubs still scoreless, bottom of the fifth inning. Jesus Luzardo has worked himself into and out of trouble all game long. Luzardo 4 to third, 5 hits, no runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts as it stands. And Phillies nothing, Cubs nothing, bottom 5. Getting International League, bottom of the ninth inning. Columbus beating Buffalo 5-2. Syracuse walloping Worcester 12-1. Norfolk leads Memphis 7-3. Top of the fifth inning, Louisville 6, Iowa 3, Omaha 3, Toledo 1. They're at the top of the fourth. All other games are final, with Nashville defeating Charlotte 5-1. Gwinnett blanks Jacksonville 2-0. Brent Wilkes-Barre gets a win over Rochester 7-1, and Indianapolis over St. Paul 7-5. As we head into the top of the eighth inning, we have Valley and Durham tied at 7. Here's Sam Jones.
Thank you, Connor. Top of the eighth, like you said. Pigs and Bulls tied at 7. Iron Pigs rally for 2 in the last of 7. But a phenomenal play by Brock Jones in right. Full extension dive coming in. Lays out Robs. Garrett Stubbs, the go-ahead 2-run single. Lou Trevino takes over in a tie game. Relieves Lenny Torres, who gave the Pigs what they kind of hoped for here. 2 innings of relief, 1 run, 2 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts in his Iron Pigs debut. So Trevino takes over for him. Lou making his 8th appearance of the season, 3-0 with a 4 even ERA. 9 innings, 13 strikeouts, only 2 walks, 10 hits. Tom Keegan leads it off in the 8th. 4-5-6 for the Bulls. As will probably be Cam Hill to pitch for them in the bottom of the 8th after he was throwing at the end of the 7th. Keegan, 1 for 2 today. 2 walks, a single, a couple of stolen bases. Trevino's first pitch sinker, 95 on the outside black. 0-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a good changeup. 0-2. Trevino, while the ERA kind of belies it a little bit, he has been really good this year. His first outing of the year against Toledo was that extra inning game. They just dinked and dunked all over him. Got a couple of runs, even though he got the win. 0-2 on Keegan. The pitch. Sweeper down and away. Good take. 1-2. Basically, since then, Trevino, now 5 consecutive scoreless appearances. Or 5 appearances, only given up 1 run, beg your pardon. 4 of 5 scoreless. 1-2. Sweeper nearly the same spot. A little low. Ball 2. Trevino last threw on Saturday in St. Paul. Picked the hold. 1 inning, 1 strikeout. Trevino stretches the 2-2. Keegan out in front, grounds it foul. Off the Pigs' dugout. Trevino 6'5", 232-pound righty. And now we're having some trouble as a fan trying to reach over for the baseball on the protective netting down the left field line, fell over into the field. That is not great. Never know what you're going to see at a baseball game. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. Stubbs squeezes it. Strikeout for Trevino. Velo for Lou kicking up a little bit today. 95. He's been through so much injury-wise the past couple of years. You might remember Lou when he was closing for the Oakland A's, pitching in the Yankees bullpen. He could run it up there, 97, 98. But Tommy John, shoulder surgery. First pitch to Justin Henry Malloy's fouled off, phone 1. Over time has sapped him of a little bit of that super premium high-end velo. Obviously with age, one of the older guys in the team. Lou coming into his age 34 season. 0-1, down and away, in the dirt, 1-1. Now has a bit more of an expanded arsenal. Throws 5 different pitches, changeup, cutter, four-seam, sinker, and sweeper. And last year, even though the results at the major league level were good, by the end of the year, Lou said, he understood, might not be happy about it. 1-1. Malloy takes sweeper off the edge, ball 2. Why major league teams, were still a little bit skeptical despite the success is that he just didn't punch out enough guys. We talk about it a lot here on the broadcast that punch outs rule baseball. As a pitcher, you get them, you will have a job for a long time. 2-1. Fastball misses off the edge. 3-1. So Lou came into this year with a very distinct goal of, I need to strike out more people. And, that's a lofty goal. Harder said, or easier said, harder done. 3-1. Malloy gets under a sky-high pop-up, shallow right, towards the line. Alcantara out, he's calling for it, and he makes the catch. 2 outs. And I think for Lou that meant going into this offseason, really taking a look at his arsenal and figuring out, okay, with all these pitches, how can I complement it best and sequence the best and make this work to punch guys out? And to begin this year, he succeeded. 2 outs, base is empty for Homer Bush Jr. Finally retired his last time up. First pitch outside. 2 for 3 here in his season debut. Tied at 7, top of the 8th. 1-0. Bush stares at the fastball on the outside corner, 1-1. Bush shoots a line drive down the right field side, slices foul. Ball and 2 strikes. When we go to the bottom of the 8th, like we said, it'll probably be Cam Hill to come on for the Bulls, while the Pigs will have 6, 7, and 8 due up. Bulls returning here to Coca-Cola Park for the first time since late last summer. IronPigs swept them in a 6-game set. The 1-2. Sinker down and away. 2-2. Pigs actually got a couple of walk-off wins that week. Rafael Lantigua, walk-off 3-run homer. I believe Otto Kemp had a walk-off RBI single late in that series. 2-2. Sinker to nearly the same spot. Full count. Man, Trevino tonight has not been missing by a lot. And when he has missed, it's been to the same darn spot. Just down and away. 3-2 pitch to Bush. 2 outs, base is empty, and Bush late fouls it off the hands. Back to the screen. Three-two again. Bush off the hand, slow roller to short. Cairo's got to be quick. He bare hands, throws on the run, and airmails it into the Bulls' dugout. I'll probably be an infield single in an error. Admirable effort by Christian. But with Bush's speed, that was always going to be a near impossible task. Maybe if that throws on target, that would have been a bang-bang at first. Toughest part about that for the error on Cairo is that it obviously puts the go-ahead run in scoring position, which is why you'd almost have preferred him hold on to that baseball. First pitch to Blake Sable, breaks his bat, slow roller, wide of first. Ricketts there to glove, take it to the base himself, retires Sable, and the 2-out single and error is a moot point. Good job by Trevino. Pitches around the danger. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Square at 7 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
From the Phillipsburg Easton Honda Studios, this is Fox Sports Radio. Clinton Acura and Phillipsburg Easton Honda, 2 trusted names, 1 goal, 5-star customer service.
This is the season to finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper with no interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top bedding brands starting at only $37 a month, and you can elevate your sleep for less. With Ashley Sleep Adjustable Base Sets, now $600 off. The sleep you've been dreaming of is finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop more spring mattress deals in-store or at ashley.com.
Full send golf.
You guys know how much I really love golf. I think every week would be dope to post on the golf channel. I want to get a lot of guests on here. Salim's going to take lead. I'm down to be in it. It's not really worth to play golf.
Join the party on the golf course.
Sounds like it's going to the range.
So what are we putting on? We said 10K, right? 10K. All right, we probably bet more than all the other golf channels. 10K, 9 holes. Let's bet like I'm a shank. This guy's been training like a Navy SEAL when it comes to golf.
Very, very excited. Excited?
Full send golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We're celebrating 25 years of covering Lehigh Valley sport. Moments like March 30th, 2008, for the start of Lehigh Valley IronPigs baseball, covering the biggest moments in Lehigh Valley sports for 25 years. This is Fox Sports Radio, 94.7 FM and 12:30 AM in Easton.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lbfoxsports.com.
Home half the eighth. IronPigs will try to take the lead before the ninth. Tied at 7. Sam Jelinek with you here from the Cyan Sky broadcast booth. Christian Cairo leads it off for the Pigs in the eighth against the new arm, Cam Hill. For Durham, he replaces Evan Reiford. Reiford, 1 inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout as he coughs up the lead. Christian 0 for 3 today. First pitch shows bunt and takes up and away, ball 1. Cairo's 4-hit game last Saturday against St. Paul included 2 bunt base hits. Now, Delgado was crashing in at third, but Sable stays way back at first. The 1-0. Cairo swings, lifts it high in the air, deep to left. Bush going back in front of the track, now graces onto it and makes the catch. 1 out. Just enough out front. Gone in the 8th. Hill now on the mound for Durham. 6th appearance, no record, 8.31 ERA. 8 2/3 innings, 9 runs, 8 earned, 9 hits, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. Hill, crossfire set, deals to Leover Piguero. First pitch is on the outer half, 0-1. Hill, 31 years old, originally a 17th round pick of the Guardians. Works from the third base side, kicks, delivers. Piguero swings and misses. Cutter down and away. 0-2. Slider off the plate. Hill, who wildly out of baseball for nearly 5 years. In his major league debut in 2020, the pitch. Piguero swings and blasts it high in the air, down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It is foul. Oh, an absolute tank for Leover Piguero, but on the wrong side of the pole. Baseball was crushed. Just a loud foul ball. Anyways, Hill last threw on the 16th against Norfolk. 2 innings, gave up a run. The pitch, up and in. 2-2. Most of the damage against him came in his first night of the year against Charlotte on opening night. Gave up 6 runs in a third of an inning. 2-2. Piguero rolls over a ground ball to short, backing up. Williams, he gloves, sets the feet, a little bit of a high throw, but Sable keeps a toe in the bag. 2 outs. Brings up Carter Keebu for 2 today. Walked and scored to begin the rally last inning. Hill bounced around a couple of different indie ball teams after his last appearance in affiliated ball in 2021. Pitched to Keebu outside, ball 1. Pitched with Kansas City Monarchs in 2022. 2024, it was the Staten Island Ferry Hawks. 1-0. Keyboom, a line drive left field. Bush towards the line, now coming in, makes the catch. Keyboom retired, and the inning over. Pigs down in order. We go to the ninth. Somebody will win this. Their last at bat, tied at 7 here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
Hi, I'm Pigs fans. I'm Linda Gordy. I work in human resources and their products. I live in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, and I'm proud to support MD Edge.
Air Products, working here, living here, giving. Hi, Iron Pigs fans. I'm Nick Mitica. I work in hydrogen energy systems and Air Products. I live in Zionsville, and I'm proud to support community life. Air Products, working here, living here, giving here.
Chick-fil-A White is a proud of the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Download a whole new way to Chick-fil-A with the Chick-fil-A One app. Earn points towards rewards with every qualifying purchase. And save time on ordering ahead, curbside, pickup, drive-thru, and delivery. You can even place catering or career market events through the app. With the app, Chick-fil-A White. It's always our pleasure to serve you.
Not everyone knows. The utility only delivers your electricity and natural gas. IGS Energy gives you the power to choose not only your rate, but also your source. Because while energy runs your gadgets, appliances, heat, and air, straightforward fixed-rate plans from IGS Energy can also fuel your peace of mind. It's why we're trusted by millions of households across the USA, and the official energy provider of your Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Explore your energy choices at IGS.com.
You're listening to the Iron Pigs Radio Network.
Top of the ninth, Iron Pigs and Bulls tied at 7. Should have an exciting finish here. Pigs go to the bullpen again. Jonathan Hernandez relieves Lou Trevino. Lou, a scoreless 8th, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Good work from him. Jonathan Hernandez coming on. He's been throwing the ball well of late. Now his 8th appearance, 7 and 3rd innings so far. 2 runs, 8 hits, 4 walks, and 11 strikeouts. Hernandez, who was with Durham last year, recovering from injury, only appeared in 12 games, but they were 12 good games. Gave up just 3 runs. So a lot of his former teammates on the opposite side. As Cooper Bowman leads it off, 8-9-1. Bowman 0 for 4 today. There's nobody up in the bullpen for Durham, so it will be Cam Hill when we go to the bottom of the ninth. Hernandez the stretch, first pitch, throws a sinker by Bowman, 0-1. Hernandez last throw on the 17th in St. Paul. 2 scoreless appearances for him there. 4 consecutive scoreless outings. Right on right matchup, 0-1. Sweeper nearly hit him. Bowman trying to turn in towards the pitch. Almost nicked him. Outfield straight away, infield straight up. 1-1. Sweeper misses arm side again. In off the plate, ball 2. Stubbs sets up down and away. Hernandez the belts, fires. Sinker down and away. Ball 3. Hernandez only throws 2 pitches. Slider and sinker. 50-50 which one he's going to throw. Literally. 50.4% to 49.6. 3-1. Bowman a chopper out towards short on the third hop. Cairo surrounds in the backhand. Throws to first. Gets Bowman. 1 gone in the 9th. Iron Pigs have 1 walk-off win this season. That was Kate Fergus back on first Sunday of the year. Haven't really had too many opportunities here. In fact, they just haven't played that many close games, period. As far as one-run games are concerned, they've only played 3 one-run games. All 3 have been wins, so I'm not going to gripe too much there. Oddly, they have had worse luck in 2-run games. First pitch fastball to Brock Jones almost hits him as he jackknifes out of the way. Jones out of the 9 spot, 2 for 3, single, triple, walk, scored a couple of times. This year in 2-run games, the Pigs are 1 and 4. 1-0. Breaking ball down and away. Ball 2. 2-0 on Jones. Hernandez deals, and that's a dandy of a slider. Down the knees, 2-1. Infield plays Jones to pull. Keyboom in at third. 2-1, and Jones gets way under it, sends it up towards the asteroid belt. Right center field, not too deep. Baroa gets under it, puts it away. 2 outs. The old can of corn. Which I'm sure there's history on it, but how did the can of specifically corn? Why does it have to be corn? Is it just alliteration? Can of peas, beans. There's plenty of different canned vegetables. First pitch to Jacob Melton. He swings and misses, loses actually the top hand on the bat. Or bottom hand, I should say. 0-1. It's going to call time, go get some more pine tar to top up there. 0-1 on Melton, who has had himself a heck of a game. 3 for 4, walk, double, single, double, striven in 2. Oh, 1 on Melton, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Hernandez looking for a clean ninth. Melton taps it foul the plate, almost outran it. 0-2. Oh, 2 on Jacob Melton. The only time he's been retired today was when Sergio Alcantara laid out on a hot hit ground ball for the first out of the game. 0-2. Down and in. Lays off the back foot slider. Hernandez ready to the belt. Kicks and fires the 1-2. Down and in. Says sinker on the board. That's got to be a splitter from Hernandez. Everybody in the IronPigs bullpen throws a splitter now. 2-2 on Melton. Tied at 7 in the ninth. Hernandez slings it. Slider down. Checked his swing. Holds up. (3-2). Swing and a miss. Just threw it by him. 97. Jonathan Hernandez with a 1-2-3-9. Send this game to the bottom of the ninth, tied at 7. Pigs will look to walk it off here in the IronPigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This is the season that finally make it happen at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Discover mattresses for every type of sleeper. No interest for 5 years when you buy in store. That's top bedding brands starting at only $37 a month. And you can sleep your sleep for less. With Ashley's Sleep Adjustable Base Bed, now $600 off. The season has been dreaming of you finally within reach. Make it happen today at Ashley's Spring Savings Event. Shop core spring mattress deals in store or at Ashley.com.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try for free, and you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to IronPigs Baseball, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America. On Fox Sports Radio 94.7 FM, 12:30 AM, and streaming at lbfoxsports.com.
Home half the ninth. Iron Pigs need a run to win it. Tied at 7 here against the Durham Bulls. Sam Jelinek with you from the Science Sky broadcast booth. 9-1 and 2 to up here against Cam Hill. Hill with a 1-2-3-8 stays on for the 9. Caleb Ricketts leads it off. He's 3 for 3 today, 3 extra base hits. First pitch. Missed outside with a slider. Ricketts homered in the 3rd, a solo shot, doubled in the 5th, doubled homer run in the 7th. He has scored 3 times as well. 1-0. Ricketts swings, high fly ball, deep right field. He's staring, he's watching, it's over! Caleb Ricketts, his second of the night, ends the night. Walk-off solo shot in the Iron Pigs. 8-7 winners over Durham. Have a day, Caleb Ricketts. Spirit hands to the plate, gets doused in the face, and Stubbs brings the cooler behind him. And a second for good measure from Oscar Mercado. Wasting no time, Caleb Ricketts, a walk-off solo homer to begin the 9th, and the Iron Pigs win it 8-7 here on Tuesday night. We'll go ahead, take a break, and come back with the Staybridge Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show next here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
This summer, we're going from minor league baseball to major fun. Whether you're just stopping by or looking for that Grand Slam getaway, Wyndham rewards everyone. Start earning points on your next qualified by Wyndham hotel stay and redeem them for minor league baseball tickets and experiences all summer long. Not a Wyndham Rewards member? Join for free at WyndhamRewards.com. Restrictions apply. Visit WyndhamRewards.com for more details.
Sometimes you try to fit it all in. Sometimes you don't know what's in store. Sometimes you cry when it's hard. Sometimes you fall easy free. Sometimes 1 and 1 makes 2. So much love on this ride. That's why Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company. Thanks for listening to Iron Pigs Baseball. Iron Pigs Baseball is brought to you by naming rights partner Coca-Cola, presenting partner Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, Ebron, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. Now it's time for the Staybridge Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show with Sam Jelinek.
Welcome into the Staybridge Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show. Sam Jelinek with you. What a night. What a way to start a homestand. Iron Pigs walk it off the Durham Bulls 8-7 the final. Caleb Ricketts out of the 9 spot. A multi-homer game in his second inning. Solo shot to begin the 9th, and the Pigs 8-7 winners here on Tuesday over Durham. Let's go ahead and get totals to recap before Connor Mills will have you for the rest of your evening. This ball game early on looked like it was going to slip away from the Pigs quick. Bulls were 2 in the top of the first off of Gene Cabrera, but not so fast. Pigs 2 in the bottom of the first, equal it up. We would keep that trend virtually the entire night. Bulls with 1 in the second, Pigs with 2 in the bottom of the third for their first lead, only for the Bulls to take the lead with 2 more in the fourth. That's when they finally were able to get Gene Cabrera out of the game, as he went 3 2/3, allowing 5 runs, 3 hits. He ends up walking 5 tonight, beg your pardon, while striking out 2, as Cabrera struggles for a 3rd consecutive start. The Pigs, though, see the Bulls score a run in the top of the 5th, get one back in the bottom of the 5th on Ricketts' first homer of the night. Or rather, as he doubled to begin the inning and came around to score on a Stuart Baroa RBI hit. Ricketts had homered earlier in the game in the 3rd. Fast forward now, this ball game into the bottom of the 7th. Bulls had put up a run in the top of the 7th to extend their lead back out to 2. But the Pigs come around to tie it again. For the Pigs, it ends up being an RBI double for Caleb Ricketts, who comes in to score on a Sergio Alcantara single to tie it. We stay tied at 7 the rest of the way. Bottom 9, Ricketts comes up. 2 pitches into the bottom of the 9th, He says Yahtzee. He says, go home. We're done. See you later. Iron Pigs win at 8-7. Their second walk-off win of the season. First walk-off homer, and it belongs to Caleb Ricketts. Final line score in this one for the Pigs, 8 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. They leave 4 on base. For the Bulls, 7 runs, 12 hits, no errors. They leave 12 on base. The winning pitcher is Jonathan Hernandez as he spins a 1-2-3 top of the ninth with a strikeout. He's now 1-0. The loss goes to Cam Hill for the Bulls. He works 1+ inning of work. Only base runner he gave up was the solo homer to Ricketts. No save required in this one. So he started at 6:37, finished at 9:27. Time of game 2 hours and 50 minutes in front of 4,119 here on Tuesday night at Coca-Cola Park. With the win, the Iron Pigs improved to 12-10 on the season, now 6-4 at home, and they start off this week with a W. The Bulls, they fall to 8-14. They are now 3-7 on the road, and they trail this series 0-1. Tomorrow night's action, 6:35 first pitch. It'll be Bryce Wilson against Brody Hopkins for the Bulls. Hopkins, one of the top prospects in the race system. He's got electric stuff. Pigs faced him earlier this season. You should want to tune in for that if you want to see some really high-level pitching. Wilson 0-2, 12.71 ERA, while Hopkins 0-1 with a 2.45. First pitch, 6:35, pregame show at 6:05, which will be the next time that I talk to you, as that'll do it for my portion of the broadcast here tonight. As always, big thanks from me to you, making us a part of your Tuesday evening. Big thanks to Connor Mills back in the studio, turning the knobs and dials and keeping me company here this evening. As always, big thanks to our partners here at the Iron Pigs, our naming rights partner, Coca-Cola, presenting partner, Capital Blue Cross, and founding partners, Air Products, Service Electric, Lehigh Valley Health Network, a part of Jefferson Health, B. Braun, The Morning Call, and WFMZ Channel 69 News. I'll talk to you tomorrow for Game 2 of the series and see if it's as exciting as it was tonight. So the Pigs win it 8-7 on a walk-off homer by Caleb Ricketts. Where were you for the Caleb Ricketts game? Connor Mills has you the rest of the way for the Zaybird Suites Allentown Bethlehem Airport postgame show, saying goodnight from Coca-Cola Park. I've been Sam Jelinek. Thanks so much for listening. This has been Iron Pigs Baseball here on the Pigs Radio Network, presented by Ashley, the largest furniture store brand in North America.
If you are looking for retirement living,
Good stuff, Connor.
How about that? Nice to have to you as well.
Love it when there's
Look at Morningstar
no
Living's
extras and
lifestyle
about
communities in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. When you live
Can't ask for anything better.
You have everything you need
Good
for
stuff.
all of your